What's up?
What's up?
Oh no. Restart.
That was a joke.
What's up?
You're going to cut that out?
See you next Tuesdays.
Wait, you're going to cut that out, right?
If I remember.
Let's restart then.
Okay, restart.
Oh, fuck. You're going to leave that
What
in,
are you going to say?
What's up, guys?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, fellas?
Yeah,
Welcome back to the Critterpit podcast.
we're back. We're in a studio. I've recorded in this studio a lot. Ethan's never been in this studio.
No, this is a whole new studio, and I might say
The Sam Robinson studio.
it's a beautiful studio.
Thank you.
A lot Star Wars poster.
Yeah, episode 5.
Twin Peaks calendar.
Yep. Twin
MS
Peaks
Doom
calendar, some
poster.
Doom. My goodness, my Guinness. We've both got a beer. Ethan's
Yeah.
drunk on half a
No.
beer. Ethan's fucking wasted.
No. It's a little twisted.
Just a little twisty.
It's a little gone.
Yeah, Ethan's in Edmonton.
I'm in Edmonton.
In the Edmonton studio. It's very
I
exciting.
am. And I gotta say, I feel like I've publicly disowned this city before.
Yeah.
Quite
What are
a
you
few
going to say
times.
on it now? It's nice and green. There's no
It's
smoke
green, blue skies, and golden sunshine.
all the way home.
It's dope.
You heard it here.
Yeah, E-Town's a dope
Edmonton
place.
is dope.
The proper capital of Alberta.
Yeah.
I did kind of start a petition to change the capital to Red Deer a little bit ago.
Oh, yeah? How many people signed that? Nobody in Red Deer would even sign it, I think.
Just me.
Just you.
Just me, yeah.
We'll
But
link link to the petition in the comments.
I've relinquished it. It's shut down.
Edmonton
The
number 1.
change.org page is down.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
E-Town's a wonderful place.
It's a nice town. It's a nice place.
Been here frequently lately for no big reason.
Yeah,
I
Ethan's just coming there and back.
just love the locale.
Yeah.
It's a
Just
lovely place. Green.
loving it.
The Henday,
Sucks.
so sick.
Yeah,
Sherwood
there's-
Park. It's a different city. Did you know that?
God. Yeah. Sherwood Park, man.
Sherwood Park, man.
Ethan likes Sherwood Park. I hate Sherwood Park.
Why do you hate Sherwood Park?
Oh, man, I've just had some weird, bad work experiences there, and, it's just Sherwood Park. It sucks.
I've had
Sorry,
some
Sherwood Park.
very fun experiences there.
Yeah, I don't doubt that some people can. It's not for me, you know?
Okay.
You used to not like Edmonton. I don't like Sherwood Park.
Maybe one of these days you're gonna get an especially nice sunny day in Sherwood Park.
Maybe, yeah.
Everything will change.
That's the dream, right? One day.
Because who would have thought if you told Ethan a year ago, right? Because a year ago, give or take a few months, I would have been down here for Theo Vaughn, famously, for the Sid
Yeah.
and Nancy episode.
Yep.
Bust down, same whole shebang,
Yep.
minus like Murder Motel.
Oh, you missed the Murder Motel, though.
A little bit, yeah. That was like dream studio.
You're sleeping in the Tantu bed,
Oh, Tantu bed is nice.
one step away from Martin Scorsese.
One bed away from Martin Scorsese.
Oh, that's a crazy allegation you're putting out there.
Is it?
I feel the implication is that my aunt, Tantu Cardinal, slept with Martin Scorsese if
That
they're
was
one
not
bed
where
away.
my brain was going.
Well,
brain
that's
was
what you
just
said.
Like, Tantu slept in this bed. So the
Tantu
next-
slept with Martin Scorsese.
I'm not putting that allegation
I think
out
you
there.
put that out there.
Whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa,
all
whoa,
on
whoa,
you.
Whoa. Do not burn this bridge for me.
Okay.
Tantu's a wonderful lady.
Yep.
Love her.
Yep.
Love Marty, too.
Yeah.
Hop on the
Both
pod.
great people. Open invite anytime you want. I haven't checked the Critterpit email. I'm sorry.
Who could be in
Whoever
there?
is in there.
Tantu could be in there. Dubby's definitely in there. Maybe even the Nils in there.
We would have got you on for this app. Unfortunately, 2 guests have already canceled on us.
This might be a cursed app. It's already feeling like a cursed app.
The universe doesn't want us to record this episode.
Yeah.
Or they want us to record it just the 2 of us, It's possible.
Do we even like say who we're gonna have on the pod, or just leave
I
it
think
a mystery?
Have we said?
No. We were like talking
I think we
to
alluded
Graham
to
about it, but we were just dropping the names in typing chat because it was gonna
Right.
be a big shebang
Right, big.
episode. The crossover was gonna be insane.
Well, one day we'll still get these lovely people on, maybe.
Maybe. I'm like so doubtful for both of them.
I think one of them we can literally just force. We can just start recording, and maybe they won't say anything, but
I won't say anything.
I will force them to engage in conversation.
For the
even if
record,
it's
we
just,
love these people.
Oh yeah, I actively want them both to come
The
on.
reason we want them on is because like They're lovely people. We want them to join the Critter family.
And they both have, I think, very unique takes
Yeah.
on the world and on
Cinema,
movies.
just
So
Just well-rounded.
I just want to get as many people on as we
As
can.
many people on the pit as possible.
Exactly.
Just
Exactly.
more soldiers for the family.
More critters for the pit.
Exactly.
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 Wow.
But now it's just me and Sam.
The universe is against us.
Yeah.
But the universe has brought me something pretty incredible. I was at a
Yeah?
garage sale,
Mm.
and I found some $1 movies.
$1 films.
And I found a $1 movie for Ethan.
Oh, you shouldn't.
I know
Sam.
Ethan's a big Terry Gilliam fan.
Sam, you can't.
And this movie's literally $1.
Are you sure, Sam?
I'm sure.
You already have a copy of this?
I do.
Okay, good. Phew. Is it the exact same copy?
It's the exact same
Damn.
copy.
Thank you so much, Samuel. This is a Criterion Collection Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
That's it.
An OG.
That's
Do
the
they-
one.
Do they have like a reprint of this, or is this just...
They just released the 4K, I think
Okay.
today.
This is gorgeous, though.
But that's the OG. The slip
Such-
sleeve is awesome on that one.
Slip sleeve.
Here,
Okay.
if you, or I can take it out for you because I've got hands. Check this out.
Hit me with that. That's gorgeous. Thank you so much, Samuel.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Criterion. Look, come on, come on.
I've been really slacking on my Critterpit game, or my Criterion game lately, because I've just been
Saving money like a responsible person.
yeah, saving money for my future.
I have not been.
Oh, that is so sick.
Yeah, the cover is separate than
Fucking skits.
the movie. It's
like a
perfect
clear
for
slipcase with just
Yeah.
Fear and Loathing on it.
and
some
the bats and stuff. It's all the hallucinations as they drive through the desert.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It's a perft. I love this case.
Thank you
It's
so
great.
much,
There you
Samuel.
go,
This
Ethan.
is such a sweet gift.
$1 gift.
I gotta go to garage sales. I gotta hop on
We could-
Facebook Marketplace. I
Yeah.
gotta be more responsible with my money.
Exactly. Buy that. That's $1. I could resell that on Facebook Marketplace for probably like $10.
Just 10?
I mean, that's a pretty popular Criterion.
That one's out there.
That one's out there.
Did we ever discuss the Benjamin Button Criterion
Fiasco.
lore?
I
Because we've dropped that.
yeah
There's a conspiracy going around with so many Benjamin Button Criterions.
yeah. Well, even I think did I tell this story when David was on the pod?
Mm.
He talked about how he found a Criterion. He was
Yeah.
so excited to tell me about it.
Yeah.
He was like, "You'll never guess. I found a Criterion at Valley Village. Like, guess which one it was?" And Benjamin Button. And he was like, "How did you know?" And I'm like,
We
"It's
all got
always
one.
Benjamin
We
Button.
all got one.
I have 3 copies of Benjamin Button."
So it was David, right, who did some deep diving.
Yeah,
Lore.
yeah,
And it was some sort of was it Paramount did that?
yeah. And it was like the only way that Benjamin Button was released physically was through Criterion.
Because they were trying to make it prestigious as possible.
Yeah,
For award clout or something, right?
yeah.
Which is just so they basically
They paid their way into the
paid their
Criterion
way
collection.
into the collection, and there's just a stupid amount of releases that just has kind of the Criterion slapped on. And the
I'm
version
sure
I have-
Armageddon isn't one.
Oh, surely not. Surely not. But the version I have is like a proper Criterion.
Yeah, mine is
released
too.
Traditionally, how they'd be.
Yeah,
But
I think I've heard the Blu-rays are the ones that like the Blu-ray doesn't have a special case. It's just the regular Blu-ray case with a Criterion slipcover.
yeah, because I've seen many Benjamin Buttons that are such weirdly designed releases
Mhm.
at
Valley Village.
Valley Village, exactly.
Yeah.
And the mystery's been solved. It's just a conspiracy.
Every time I see a Benjamin Button, though, I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, for the collection.
I just want a collection of Benjamin Buttons.
Yeah, I did that in high school with National Treasure.
That's a good one. That belongs in the collection.
It does. Fuck, that movie's good.
You wrote a spec script for the 3rd one, right?
Yeah, I did do that.
Yeah.
Because me and my friend Cole, shout out,
Shout out.
going to school with his cousin, good fucking kid.
We are. Yeah, he's great.
Um,
We got to get him on the pod.
we do. Some of those first years,
Yeah.
definitely Brendan.
Yeah.
Cole on the pod now.
Has Cole not been on the pod?
He was gonna be on for Hard Boiled.
And then for Sif probably, but
Yeah.
we kind of went crazy with Sif. We
We
were just
did.
like, we got to record something.
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. But we gotta get Cole on. We gotta. It's just so necessary to the lore.
Well, if we go back to Sif, we'll get him on then.
Definitely gotta hit Sif again. We gotta hit Sif with Graham.
Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Fun
Spend all his money.
Just the most like drops
Fiscally irresponsible thing.
Drops-
Go to a film festival.
drops bands at the film festival.
Well, even just going to it is pretty expensive, right? We're going to
Oh, yeah,
because how
that
many
was-
movies did we see? Like 15 or something? Like
Probably $300 at the end of the day, because like the tickets themselves are like 150
yeah,
or something like that.
yeah. It wasn't like a great value.
No,
It was like $10 per movie or something.
yeah, and then we like bought a good amount of popcorn. We had to get food.
So much McDonald's.
So much McDonald's.
The weirdest McDonald's we've ever been to. I'm sure we
Yeah,
covered that on
That
the
was
SIF
just
app,
like the
but
hallway, pretty
Yeah.
much like a weird triangular hallway.
no tables, a lot of tweakers.
A lot of tweakers. Right in the middle of like a downtown like bustling district.
Yeah. Weird vibes. We
I
went
just-
there a few times.
We did. That was our McDonald's.
Yeah.
I just needed that McDouble, man.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was like we couldn't survive solely on popcorn. It's
No.
like we need a tiny bit of
Popcorn
protein.
and McDoubles, and
Mhm.
one day fancy dinner.
One day fancy dinner.
Yeah.
Fancy dinner was great.
It was amazing. Got a truffle burger.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I don't remember what I got. We got that like cool tea drink.
That was so expensive.
That was so
I thought it
expensive.
was gonna be a big kettle of alcohol.
Yeah, it was
that we
like
were all gonna
not at
drink.
all.
It was like $30.
It was we barely had enough to fill all 4 cups.
Yeah,
Like-
it was ridiculous.
And then they split the bill kind of wrong. I think I paid the least. It's bad.
Man, I ever tell you, me and Keegan got $30 shots
Nice.
off a $1,300 scotch?
Wow.
Because we say Graham's fiscally irresponsible. Keegan, I love you, buddy, but you're very fiscally irresponsible at times too. He just cashed a bunch of checks, got $500.
Hell yeah.
So it's like, let's go get $30 shots.
Why not?
Across the street at the liquor store. Wine and Beyond, yeah.
Yeah.
Got the most expensive one, and it was genuinely very.
It was great.
informative. It was a great experience. Like he was teaching us about like alcohol tasting and how to like be able to take a shot, because it wasn't like a shot.
How to take a shot.
No, it was more like
How to
taste
down it.
and more about like letting it sit in your mouth, because your first reaction would be to just get it down immediately.
Mhm.
But if you let it salivate in your mouth a little bit and swish it around and kind of like aerate it around your mouth, it'll be a lot easier to sip on, because you're like your full mouth will be
And what type of alcohol was this again?
Scotch.
Scotch?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So we did that, and it was very informative. It was disgusting. I still can't taste like fancy liquor. Like it all tastes the same to me.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
I've had
interesting.
a couple like fancy drinks where I'm like, this is nice. It's different.
Yeah.
I've had a good like tequila.
Mm.
It was kind of like
Terramont?
a licorice.
Terramont.
No, probably not. And then I had a scotch once. I was at like a choir party and somebody like brought out a bottle of scotch and we're like, hell yeah. Nice smoky taste, right? That scotch.
Yeah. I've had scotch. Like
We know a lot about alcohol. We're drinking alcohol.
so much.
good.
It's an alcohol pit now.
Yeah.
We're boozers.
We're
3 sips,
boozers.
baby.
3 sips.
Whoa.
Coming soon,
Coming soon.
hopefully.
Yeah, we got film projects on the way.
Yeah.
315 is just the beginning of the.
We've put it on
Films
the
that
on the
begin with
pit
three.
now. It has to happen.
It has.
Every
On the pit
project we would ever talk
Yeah.
about on Critterpit happens.
comes through.
Exactly.
The resurrection of Connor James McDougal happened.
Happened.
Shot. edit,
Shot.
Release. No. But it's different
This
time,
one's
guys.
this summer's
This
different.
summer's different. We're gonna be responsible. We're gonna get stuff done.
Oh man.
But maybe
I think
actually,
I
this time,
feel good about like
I'm
I
in
feel like
that
we're at a good level of skill and
motivation. For
motivation
me
and
especially.
like not knowing what we can't do. You know,
Yeah,
like
just do
I don't feel limited.
it. Less swing.
I have 2 years of film school. I know everything about movies. Thank you very much.
I'm putting together a film shoot for this weekend.
Dare I say I'm smarter than 99.999% of people.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Only about
Started with
movies,
that.
though. Only about, probably about nothing, but
At the
something.
end of the day, if you're in film, you're just better than anyone.
Honestly, I mean, I've been saying it.
Yeah, you're basically just having fun for a career.
Yeah, you're
Just-
like, what if we just fucked around?
What
And
if we just fucked around?
I had this dream last night.
Yeah.
What if
Dude,
we
that's
made that a movie?
genius.
That's my career.
That's my career. A career.
I'm a dream
is-
maker.
I make dreams. You make dreams, don't you, kid?
I guess so.
And moving heavy equipment around.
Yeah, it's mostly moving heavy equipment. But
Basically, just a blue collar job.
yeah,
that you
it's a
like.
blue collar job, but I make the pictures.
A really inconsistent blue collar job.
It's like a blue collar job if it was all based on like favoritism
Yeah,
and
nepotism.
nepotism.
And-
Not that I mean, some blue collar jobs are like that as well.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And all for just entertainment at the end of the day.
ultimately, that's all movies are for me.
Hmm.
Turn
I
your
feel-
brain off,
I feel like
be entertained.
in our field, there's people who come in and they're the artists, the smartest, more like.
Yeah,
And then
the
there's people
shartest.
like us who come in and we just want to be entertainers.
I mean, listen, if you're not making a movie for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and if they're not going to come out of the movie and be like, I don't
Cool.
remember anything that happened, what's the point?
All they should come out of it with is like, I was distracted from my thoughts. for an
Exactly.
hour and a
I
half.
didn't think about my kid for an hour.
I got to escape it all.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Pure escapism.
Yeah.
That's all I want from
I wasn't
movies.
challenged.
Nope. I didn't think
I
about
didn't
anything
learn
new.
anything.
There was a man in the lead.
It was just the status quo, and it was sick. I felt comfortable.
I felt very comfortable.
At the end of the day, that's all film should strive for. Comfortability of the audience.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh man. No, I think movies are getting better. I think it'll happen one day.
You were just saying films are dying, Sam.
No, but okay, here's what I didn't synthesize it well. Big movies that are like those popcorn movies, those are going to die.
Oh.
Those are going the way of the dodo.
Yeah.
Cool art movies that don't
Yeah.
cost a lot of money,
Yeah.
those will
But like
those
blow
will
up on
become the
TikTok because they can be condensed into like
Yeah, exactly. That
hits
will
moments.
become the only type of movies. There's
I
not
think
going to be
so.
like big Marvel
'Cause, like,
movies. I think in
A24
10 years.
pops off. They make their money just through streaming,
Yeah.
past the because they become like challenge.
They make money
movies.
through their $80 Blu-rays.
They're like challenge movies where it's like it's a dare to go see it. Like
That's true.
Have you seen Hereditary? Have you seen Beau is Afraid?
Hereditary, scariest movie ever. Yeah, I
It's
heard that a
pretty
lot.
It was pretty scary when I watched it as a kid.
Yeah.
It scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that they're like in theaters and like
A24 has its issues just with kind of like condensing it down. It becomes kind of this really like glossy, pretentious, formulaic style. But at the end of the day, I still think like there's substance to most of them. So it's like
most of them. Yeah,
so it's still like it's an issue, but it's
I think it's
better than what we have.
we have
I
to
feel.
think about A24 is just a production company too. Like I think they're just good at financing like auteurs, which is cool. You like there's hardly any big studios
Yeah.
do that. All these big studios are shutting down their indie branches, right? But A24 is it's picking up the slack a little bit. They've got their auteur
It's
movies.
like a meme, a shitpost online. But
Yeah.
At least it has name recognition. It's something that you
People will go see an A24 movie, which is cool.
It's sick.
Who's going to see a Universal
That's
movie?
why-
Nobody cares. Like,
That's why I don't feel overly pessimistic about the future. Of course, it's scary as hell and going to be so much brutal failure and setback and work to get to that point.
yeah,
But I feel like just working, having some source of income, and then doing film shoots as much as I can, short films, and getting that in front of people is just where I need to be at, making shit.
I just want to win an Oscar. I'm just in it for the prestige.
Well, at the end of the day, that's what we're working towards, Sam. We're trying to get like an Oscar for Critterpit, the first
Podcast.
nominated at the Oscars.
Audio only podcast. Yeah, that'd be
The
awesome.
wild card and best picture running.
Man, I was watching a movie in the theater the other day and like just completely like not engaged with the movie. I was thinking about like what would I say in my Oscar speech?
Oh.
What would I do? What would I say?
Wait, like
I was
relate
like,
to the movie or just like
no, just so disengaged. Like if I won an
I
Oscar,
do that a lot.
how would I? Yeah,
I
exactly.
do a lot of walking and a lot of walks. I just as I'm going, I'm like, okay, here's the speech.
Yeah,
Here's the speech.
I'd
Here's
have
who
that
I'm
shit
thanking.
locked.
Yeah. Just
Who
in
are you? Who are
case.
you thanking? Who's who are the top 3 people?
My mom, my friends, and my wife. I think that's a good
Pretty
one.
vague.
Friends.
Number 1, producer. Number 2,
Oh.
Jesus.
Walt Disney. Who are
Yeah.
you thinking?
Yeah.
Does it have to be specific? Because like, when I
Parents.
say
No.
friends, I'm thinking like, I hate to ignore you college boys because you guys are very informed. But like the fellas,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
OGs,
yeah.
without them, I never would have made Death of Connor James McDougal, which
The
like,
one that will win you the Oscar.
win me the Oscar, but also like made me realize I want to do this, like
Yeah.
like more than anything else.
Yeah.
you know, and
Definitely,
they
yeah.
gave me the confidence to do that.
I
and,
certainly
like,
have those
supported
people
me
in my
through
life
that.
as well.
My mom, because great person who raised me to be the man I am.
Yep.
And my wife, because I love my wife.
Yeah.
That's like the person who supports you there no matter what.
Mhm.
Every step along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else can go die. Can I do 4?
You're not going to thank any of your professors, any of your...
If I develop a closer bond with them, sure. But like,
Yeah, right now, they're not
if
making
I
the
am
cut.
allowed 4, I thank you, my podcast host. Because I
My
always
podcast
say,
host.
podcast host relationship is tighter than anything on
Tighter
earth.
than anything. Listen, we've been doing this for over a year.
Yeah. Anyone you just produce content with, that's bigger than anything.
Exactly.
And
That's why those social media houses, they always pop off
They're
forever.
the closest of friends.
Those are the closest groups in the world.
Oh man, Team 10.
Team
they're
10,
Dogs for
they're
life.
still
Pull that
around,
up.
right?
They're dogs for
Dogs,
life.
they're all still dogs,
They're all
right?
hanging
I'm not
out.
even going to look it up. I know they
You
are.
know
I'm
they're-
so confident.
You know they're hanging out.
Oh, man. I forgot about Team 10. We should get a Critterpit house.
That would be such a funny sketch, dude. Oh my god, in the pit.
Welcome to the Critterpit house. Yeah, in the pit.
It's
We'll
just
do it
the
in the
guys down
basement.
there in the pit. And
Yeah.
they're like pulling
Help
pranks
me.
on each other, and it's like really disturbed, like
They're-
depraved stuff.
They're planning, like, they're trying to do an escape plan. Like,
Yeah.
they're putting that together. We could do it like that. Like, that'd be pretty fun.
That'd be really fun.
That's a good sketch. Somebody write that down.
We still gotta do the ape sketch one of these days.
Ape sketch.
Next E-Town visit.
Definitely.
I forgot
That'd be a
the
fun
fucking
sketch.
mask. To be fair, I asked Keegan to drop it off at my house, and he ignored me. So
Fuck Keegan.
number one
No
fan.
longer the number one fan.
The number one fan is not fanning.
How dare he forget anything?
I know.
Ridiculous.
We love Keegan. I love you, Keegan.
I'd love Keegan to come back on the pod again
We
soon.
got Caleb on.
We got David coming back on soon. I guess the other David episode's coming out after this as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The David verse is growing.
yeah. We can get some good guests coming up.
Next, after fishing with John, I got my coworker coming on. Kat.
Yeah. For which one is she coming on for?
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
Yeah. that was a
Nice.
fun one.
Do we have anyone for Taste of Cherry? Do you have anyone in mind? I was thinking I might ask Gabe to come on for that one. Because I think I saw that movie with Gabe. Yeah.
Get Gabe on. He's a good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm. We're both big fans of the Nil.
Yes. Mill discussion's about to go crazy. It's about to be Millcast.
Yeah. Nilcast.
Is he a bigger fan than me?
I don't know. He saw them in Edmonton.
I saw him
I'm sure less people saw them in Red Deer, so
Was he at the
that means
front
you're the
stage?
big fan.
Was he literally fawning at the feet of Luke?
I have no idea.
'Cause I was at the feet of Luke fawning.
I don't
like
know
a
if Gabe
fan.
is a mosher. Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah,
He's a mosher.
yeah, they are. I've been to a couple shows with Gabe where they've been moshing. It's always fun.
Moshing is very fun. I love that story of Caleb going down in the Vancouver mosh pit so much. I'm sure he does too.
Yeah, I'm sure that whole after hours trip.
Oh my lord. Was that after hours?
No.
Oh,
Like the
I
trip
mean,
was
yeah,
after
yeah,
hours.
yeah.
Your life was after hours for those moments.
It was, man. Those vibes were insane.
Yeah. I
Crucial
gotta get
life
back to
moments.
Vancouver as well. Love Vancouver.
Oh yeah, I was talk about your Vancouver Victoria trip.
I went to Victoria.
That's the island, right?
Yeah, the island, Vancouver Island. It was great. I got to hang out a lot with some family, and then also with my friend Melody Rose, who scored Secret Santa.
That's
Yeah.
my G right there.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. Such a great person. It was a good, good reminder of being like, oh, hanging out with this person is like so fun,
That's
and
a
I can
great
just
feeling,
like,
yeah.
I'm always worried because I only see them like 2 or 3 times a year, basically, like maybe even less now.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, is it gonna be like awkward?
Yeah.
And then you can just get back into it. I love that with
I feel that with Cole.
some
'cause
people.
I only see him a few times a year, if
Mhm.
that, right?
Yeah.
But it's like
You're
that's my dog.
you're just right back to where you were. It's so cool. And then there are people, like Ethan, where it's like I have
It's
trouble
gutters.
reconnecting.
Yeah, it just
It's like
There's difficulties.
I don't live in Red Deer anymore, man. Like, I don't.
Get away from you, Dick.
Yeah.
You're gonna get dirt on
This
you.
is gross.
You have, like,
Get out of my car.
You have horse shit on you.
And you might have noticed I kept offering you hand sanitizer. It's like, just a little bit.
I got what you were laying down there, Sam.
Yeah.
I got that. I'm dirty. I'm from Red Deer.
It is what it is, I guess.
From
I gotta.
Saskatchewan.
Ugh, don't even say that word. Gross. Saskatchewan.
Half of Mudhole's from Saskatchewan.
That's true. I mean, half of Critterpit's from Saskatchewan as well.
I'm from Alberta.
Word of boy.
Alberta boy.
Word of boy.
Alberta.
This is the same room I've been in my entire life, other than Red Deer.
Damn. How does that feel? Because I've not had that apple. I've moved around a lot.
I mean, I don't know the other way.
Mm-hmm.
So it is normal for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Must be very comfortable, very safe, very.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
It's like it is truly home base.
Very truly home base. So many memories, so many life moments.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just got some specific ones pop to mind that I can't
He's
say
got
on the
such
pod.
a cheeky look on his face.
Yeah, no, I definitely can't tell some stories on the pod, but
Really? After dark.
I'm so tempted to, but like I can't. I've definitely told you these stories before, so.
Oh, is it the like?
Yeah.
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 That's sick.
Save it for the after dark. Subscribe to the
If I could
Patreon.
remember your address, I would dox you so hard right now.
I'm sure
Trust
it's in some message I've sent you.
me. Give me a second. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah. No, anyway. Okay, that's an after dark story.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Yep.
sloppy app. No, I'm like not that slop.
No, I'm joking. Just chaotic app.
Chaotic app. It's all over the place. It's like we're avoiding talking about Armageddon.
Oh yeah.
That's why we're here. It's 40th episode
40, yeah.
in the mainline series.
What's the audio bite we hit for this one?
I never remember which one's which, and I don't have headphones on. I'm gonna say it's B.
Let us know, critters. Is that the right one?
Was that a clap? Who's to say?
Was that an appropriate response to this being the 40th episode?
Yeah.
But yeah, Armageddon. Damn, 40 episodes. That feels like a big number.
And it's got to be more than 42 because we've done so many special reports.
One-offs,
Yeah.
Oscars. We've really...
Podcast of the Planet of the Apes, which, again, has become our legacy. It's, like, quickly becoming...
Yeah. I was disappointed
well-viewed.
at first with the views, but it's at, like, what, 50?
50-something, yeah.
It's not bad.
It's doing pretty well.
Like,
for a
that's-
4-hour
That's
episode.
pretty good, like, considering our
We got
last
a comment on it as well
from
from...
a random dude.
yeah, you don't know who that was either?
No.
Okay, I was...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No,
sick
no
that it's
clue.
a rando.
I love that, dude. Rando comments.
This is so sick.
It's so sick.
We'll watch later. Hopefully they watched it
Yeah,
later.
let us know, dog.
Yeah.
If you're here.
If you subscribed.
We've been doing this for over a year now.
Yeah.
14 months?
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think we started in March. Or...
Yeah. I feel like I've radically changed as an individual. How about yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've bought a whole bunch of microphone stuff that
I've just become more of a podcast.
Yeah. I bought a little microphone arm,
Is that what
the whole
development
thing.
in your,
I got
in
this.
your, in your mid-20s means? Just
It
becoming
does.
more of a podcast.
Becoming more of a... All right, you have like 2 ways to go, right? You become like a trades guy or you become a podcaster.
Become a car guy or you become a podcaster.
Yeah, exactly. And I've become a podcaster. And I've gone deep
Don't
in on
know
it.
which I'd rather.
You're a podcaster.
Podcaster for life.
You're getting a podcaster tattoo, so you have to be a podcaster.
Just a critter.
Just a critter, yeah.
But it's been a great year. I can say now.
Could you say that at the...
At the start of 2024?
Yeah. No.
No. I remember being like 2024 is gonna be my year. 2023 I came out of that with like such a high, just like top of the world. Even though like fiscally I can look at it now and I wasn't doing that amazing. It was just the emotions were riding so high.
It was an emotional roller coaster of a year for you.
Yeah.
Crazy year.
2024 starts and it immediately first like 8 days.
Yeah.
Emotional
Lowest of
torture.
lows.
The abyss.
Yeah.
The pit. The actual pit, man.
Ethan was in the Critterpit. I don't know if you could tell by us not recording any episodes.
Was there no eps from that era? There was Great Expectations and Oliver Twist. And I feel like I
Right.
seem normal on that because I was just devoting all my energy to this like complete distraction.
Yeah.
You know.
There was a lot of distraction during that era.
Oh yeah, I watched so many movies.
Just look at the film logs.
I would love if there was somebody who watched Critterpit who wasn't one of my friends, and like to see if they could piece together the lore. Because like I'm a pretty open
You
person.
can't guess. Like
Probably too open, but like there's been so many like little.
I
hints,
think you can guess a lot of the
context
basics of it.
Because
I think
referenced so many of the characters in.
Yeah, I think the some of the crazier like specific elements nobody could guess.
Yeah.
Because they're just so crazy.
There was a comment on a David ep I made that was like locked in so much of the lore.
Yeah.
Remember?
some listener, some real
I
person.
just want there to be like one outside person who's a dedicated fan, and to see like what do they know what's going on with Ethan and Sam personally.
Yeah.
Who knows? But anyways,
we let a lot slip. Especially, I mean, in school, we basically anything that happens in class, we kind of
bad with it.
Yeah,
we're bad with it. We're bad boys.
Yeah, it's hard for us not to talk about some things where it's like,
it's just, I thought this pod was gonna be such a sick journal of our like just film development in this weird and wild career.
I said film school journal though,
and it is that.
Yeah,
but it's also become so intertwined with me at least because I'm way too open. Just like my personal development.
Yeah.
It's kind of sick.
It's
also,
great. It's cool to have a log of it, like a weekly log.
Very scary too, but who cares at the end of the day?
Yeah,
it's one of those things where I like. The more comfortable I can be with that, the more like open I can be with who I am, sort of.
Yeah, and I'd rather have it and regret it than not have it at all. I think.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty low stakes.
Very low stakes.
I think we're like decently anonymous on it. Like.
Yeah.
I guess we say quite a bit that could, you could track us down.
I've doxed myself before.
Yeah.
Let's just hope Critterpit only blows up like in 3 years when we've like moved.
And we'll private all these episodes.
No, we can keep them up.
But if we keep them, if we're on to the next day, we're somewhere else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll hopefully be somewhere else in life. So all this doxing
physically somewhere else.
It'll be a dead end.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
That's the dream.
Critters, don't watch yet.
Don't watch yet. You gotta give us a few more years.
Yeah,
don't like and subscribe.
Don't hit yet.
Put us on the watch later.
Yeah.
Watch later. 3 more years. Because all these episodes are timeless. None of them make specific reference to incredibly current events.
Incredibly niche events.
Yeah. The most niche events that truly only we care about.
I always think back to the Hunt for Medusa's Head episode.
Yeah.
Or it's just like
even every episode we talk about Benji's Hour, it's like nobody else in the entire world, even Gabe, gives Benji's Hour as much thought as we do.
We're the only ones. And I'm damn proud of that.
Release the Gabe cut.
I feel like Benji's Hour is also going to be part, like how Apes will be part of our legacy forever.
Yeah.
I think Benji's Hour will be too.
If we can, I forgot to email Gabe.
Was it Red Letter Media who like blew up the room? How did the room blow up?
No, the room blew up kind of, I think, organically, where Tommy Wiseau forced it in theaters for like a month or two, and then I think like UCLA kids caught on to it, and they were like, "This is insane."
Yeah.
And then it slowly grew and started selling out, and then it became like a nationwide thing.
Films that like Red Letter Media or YouTubers have blown
definitely,
up, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like if Critterpit ever got any sort of traction, it would be like that with
Benji's Hour.
It would become one because it really is that level, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we're obsessed with this movie. Like, honestly.
We're fixated. It's so crazy.
I got to email Gabe and...
Was it just because we were going in, like, watching such amazing films and then just the contrast? Or was it truly just...
It was truly that bad. I strongly believe it was.
Yeah.
Because we also saw some, like, okay movies. Like, it wasn't, SIF Weekend wasn't, like... just 10 out of 10s, right?
We got
like
so lucky how like the last films were the most amazing.
Yeah.
Well, except for Werner Herzog.
Yeah.
Like, that just the second
Werner
last
Herzog
day.
was still fun. It's always fun to see Werner, but it's like
second last day was just like amazing film after amazing amazing film. Like Red Room's Monster, Perfect Days. That was back to back to back.
Which is crazy. Yeah. And I think we got some of the short films that day. Like, was the Shadow Brothers Sunday?
Oh, yeah. That was part of that, too.
Yeah.
There's some great shorts there.
Yeah.
The Dynasty one.
Yeah.
That one was amazing.
God, SIF was great.
SIF was amazing, man. Go to film festivals.
Go to film festivals.
Just watch as many films as you can. Consume art.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Consume
don't just
art.
consume. Engage with art.
Think about it. Write a letterboxd review.
Scary. I know it's scary, but do it.
It's not that scary.
Engage with
It's
this
so
pod.
easy.
Consume with this pod. You don't
Consume the
have to engage.
pod.
Don't engage, but consume.
We need to build a letterboxd for the Critterpit so people can log which Critterpit episodes they've seen and when, and give reviews.
That'd be sick. I thought you meant like an account for us
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could do that.
with like links to each episode. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Fuck,
It's kind of smart.
completely forgot to do the Instagram post for the last ep. No. I
That was
know.
Branded to Kill and Tokyo Drifter, I think, that came out. That was, I don't remember what we talked about on that app at all.
It's a write-off ep.
Yeah. That was just we were contractually obliged to do
Yeah.
that episode.
Yeah, it was a contractually obligated Mudhole crossover.
Yeah.
You just don't realize how corporate the whole like crossover and beef thing is. It's all.
I mean, honestly,
it's
we
all
do
engineered.
basically have a contract with Graham for the episodes he
literally
appears on. Like,
We, like jokingly set that in on like the first few episodes, but like
and it's just locked in. It is
Graham
what it
don't
is.
operate on jokes. That's just how it be now.
Yeah. Graham comes on for the French and Japanese ones and doesn't come on for other ones. We've asked him to come on for other ones. Refused.
He will only come on to watch a film in its native language,
And he'll watch it on times 3
and
speed.
try to understand. Oh man! Back to the original point. 2024 is shaping up to be my year once again.
We're halfway through.
Through
Yeah.
all the lows, through all the highs, and through all the painful middling grounds. Here we is in Edmonton.
We're back here.
Future is very bright. I should be wearing sunglasses.
Honestly, welding glasses. That's what you need.
Even welding glasses.
I think so.
Well, you think you need to wear welding glasses when looking at the meteor falling out of the sky?
Well, apparently nobody else in the entire world could see it except for Billy Bob Thornton. So
Just Billy Bob Thornton.
just Billy Bob.
I love Billy Bob.
I love that America is the only space
are they-
agency in the entire world.
I also love how they were trying to keep it under wraps after New York was just heavily annihilated.
This is
What?
pre 9/11.
Yeah, but like, okay, we're gonna talk about Michael Bay's-
Armageddon.
Is it 1996?
I have no idea. I can check.
It's something.
It's
certainly-
definitely the
it's-
90s.
All I know, it's pre 9/11 for sure.
Oh God, yeah, it's pre 9/11.
That's like all I know about this film.
I think there's a shot of the Twin Towers
yeah.
getting murked in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Armageddon,
Oh, yeah.
1998.
Oh, so close.
Close.
Yeah, this is
Armageddon predicted
I
9/11.
want to start this discussion with just a prompt I want to answer by the end of the pod, a question,
Okay.
if you will.
Okay.
Why is this in the collection, and does it belong in the collection? We'll get there at the end. We'll wrap back around to that question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel
I-
like there's a lot of discussion.
I'll spoil. I won't say why. I won't give my thesis, but I do believe that a Michael Bay movie belongs in the collection. So
I won't spoil mine.
okay.
Michael Bay's Armageddon is a film about the
It's
end
a
of the world.
dumpster fire.
It is a salt of the earth piece of cinema. It is, I saw a Letterboxd review equating it to blue collar power fantasy.
Yeah.
It is.
Michael Bay is not a blue collar
No.
guy. No way. No
he
way.
isn't. But it is like blue collar power fantasy.
It is. Yeah.
It's
fucking
so-
dumbass astronaut. I
It's
don't know fucking
so funny.
drill fucking oil.
This movie's kind of a masterpiece. Okay, it's basically about a meteor's coming to Earth. It hits an asteroid belt. I think.
How big is the meteor? Do you remember?
Pretty damn big.
It's the size of Texas. That's what they say.
Just immediately, like Americans be like, "Oh shit, man! Oh shit,
Oh, shit.
size of Texas.
Texas. That's the second biggest state.
It's one of the biggest countries out there."
Yeah. Oh my God.
And it's coming for Earth. It hits an asteroid belt and sends a meteor
few-
shower
yeah.
upon Earth that does
Hits
such
New York.
comical, morbid destruction on Earth.
It starts off. There's a taxi driver. He's like, "Oh, it's fucking New York."
It's
You
like
know, it's nothing.
Classic Michael Bay, like racial caricatures.
Yes.
Classic Michael Bay.
Yes.
Um,
Classic Michael Bay explosions too. Everything
like-
blows up in this movie.
not bad taste violence, but like, damn violence. Like, oh, that's like
You see people falling out of a building, which I was like, "Oh, that's
yeah,
crazy!"
pretty
Like
crazy effects. You see
people falling out of a building towards the camera, which was like that was a wild choice.
There's this big gentleman, this big Hawaiian gentleman in the film, right? And this guy walking his dog calls him like a pineapple eater.
Yeah.
Which that's racist, I think.
Yeah.
and then he gets hit with a meteor, and he's just legs.
Yeah.
That's it. And the dog,
And the dog's like hanging
into the pit by its leash.
And the dog is somehow still alive.
It's
J.J. Abrams wrote this movie.
Taste violence. I don't know.
Well.
It like just it's like so like I don't know how to describe it. Just hits wrong.
Well, it's like the Man of Steel thing where it's like there's all this like cataclysmic destruction, right?
Yeah,
Catastrophic
but it's
destruction.
treated so-
But nobody seems to care.
Yeah,
like
it's not treated
all the
how that
government
would.
people aren't like we got to save all like New York. There's no like
Yeah, there's no
like
human
nobody
response
cares
to it.
And that happens. Paris gets fucking leveled in this movie,
Yeah.
and it's like no, like how does the movie end? Like everybody's celebrating, you know? Spoiler.
It's
But-
about America saving the fucking day, dude.
Saving the fucking day.
and not just America.
Don't care about the consequences.
American citizens. The little guy beating it.
So yeah, there's an asteroid coming to Earth. There's an asteroid coming to Earth, and NASA they put together some dumbass theories. They're like, oh, we'll put a fucking parachute on it. Fucking pencil pusher, dumbass, don't know nothing.
You ever fucking dig a hole in your life?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Dig a fucking hole.
So anyway, finally someone comes up with a not brain dead idea. What if we got some oil drillers to come?
Blew 'em onto the
And they
asteroid.
dig 800
We
feet
fly
into the
onto the moving
we
asteroid.
fly onto the moving
Land on
asteroid.
the flying asteroid.
And if we do it in good time, we'll split the asteroid in half, and it will go on either side of
we
the
gotta
Earth.
drill a fucking hole
That
into the
graphic
asteroid.
made me laugh so much where they're explaining what's happening. And they're like, if you time it right, you'll explode the asteroid in half, and it will go on either side of the Earth.
800-foot hole into the asteroid.
And then put a nuke in it.
No. You're like nukes can. You see how big that explosion is at the end? You could have just.
Texas is so big. Texas is so big.
Yeah, Texas is so big, but like that explosion is comically massive at the end. I don't know.
They fucking know nothing about space. You know how explosions happen in space?
Oil driller. You fucking oil driller. That's the thesis of this film. Is that NASA astronauts are fucking dumbasses.
Fucking dumbass.
that
They don't know
how
nothing
to
about
solve
drilling.
Space issues. We gotta bring the drillers in.
Oh, it's so stupid.
It's so
schlock.
It's so schlock.
Like I don't even know. Like Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis
He's
is our leading man.
He always digs oil where no oil's ever been found
I've never
before.
missed my mark before.
I've never missed my mark.
I've never missed my mark.
I'm never gonna miss
He's
my
like-
mark.
I don't know how drilling works, but like, I didn't think it
You're
was
no
something.
person who doesn't know how
I know,
drilling.
I
God,
know. But I didn't think it was something where you could be like
The
fucking
guy.
the guy had it right. It took so much finesse and skill and like just intuition. You know, I thought it was more robotic than that. Because it goes to show what I know, but like in this film, it's like well, like LeBron is in basketball. He just is so
He
good.
see-
and
he sees
skilled.
it. He knows
sees it.
everything.
He was born to do
Yeah.
this. This guy was born to dig holes for oil.
drill holes.
For oil.
The movie starts and Bruce Willis is pelting
Yeah, I
golf
know,
balls at a
so
Greenpeace.
douchey. It's so funny how like the people,
Greenpeace is protesting like fuck you making oil, and
Yeah.
he's like, oh losers,
fucking liberals.
goddamn liberal media.
And the people who save the world, save the planet, are the people destroying the world, destroying the planet. You know?
Yeah, so like there's a line in this movie where it's like for the first time a race is able or like a species is able to stop its own extinction. I'm like, well, also
We're
a species is causing its own
it's such a-
extinction.
It's almost like a cognitive disconnect because this film's
There's
praising.
no way that Michael Bay, like at that time, was like at all concerned about global warming or anything, right? Or I guess J.J. Abrams wrote this movie, so.
JJ, man. So they put together this Suicide Squad S crew of the best drillers. My crew.
Goddamn best drillers.
My crew. I need my team. He, like,
Only
goes
my
in
team
there,
can do this.
And he's like, "This is my design. I built this drill. You guys put it together all wrong." He's like,
Yeah, NASA
I'm
NASA has
sorry,
put
but,
together
like-
a drill to go in space, and Bruce Willis comes in. He's just like, "Your fucking drill's not working, huh?" And he doesn't even touch it. He just looks at it. and then he looks at it, and the NASA nerds are like, "Yeah, you're right. It's not working."
They're
and then
shaking.
they're shaking, and he's like, "It's because you fucking did this." And they're like, the drill." He's like, "You did the drill compartment wrong." He's like, "Oh, the drill compartment." It's like, what the?
Just
Oh,
mumble
this is
jumble. And he's able
stupidest
to
shit I've
look
ever
at it
seen.
and
Look at it. He's
And be
Jesus.
like-
he's oil Jesus.
He's driller Jesus, bro. He's able to look at it and know exactly what these trained fucking scientists with degrees who devoted their life to
NASA people.
studying engineering.
Yeah, engineers.
They put it together, bro. They saw blueprints too. Like
Your blueprints must have been so shit if NASA engineered. He just like drew on blue paper.
Like-
That's his blueprints.
Like these people are building things to survive in a vacuum in space and return to Earth. That is more complicated than things that go into.
That's not more complicated than fucking drilling a hole. You ever drill a hole?
There's
Fuck, dude.
we have to address like the iconic Criterion commentary. of
Yeah.
this, where Ben
Yeah.
Affleck's like famously giving a bit
Shitting
of
on the movie.
opposition, right? And he's like Michael, like surely it's easier to train astronauts to drill than to teach drillers to be astronauts. And Michael's like, "Will you shut the fuck up, Ben?" I think it's something along that line.
But the movie even like tries to like
just
solve that problem,
Ben's
and it's
just shitting on it. I gotta watch that. We gotta come
Yeah.
do a rehit on this app. Just
Yeah.
watching the commentary.
I'd love that.
That would go insane, man.
We should call Ben Affleck. I'm sure he'd come on
What's
this
he doing
pod.
these days, man? He's on
He's
Batman
divorcing
no
J
more.
Lo, I think.
Oh, get him on.
He
here.
needs the money.
Get him some beers.
Get some brewskis in
Get
him.
some.
Get him some cigs.
Because we're like,
Get him
dude,
some Dunkin'.
We get way too personal on the Critterpit all the time, Ben.
Yeah, Ben,
Your
don't
turn.
even worry about it.
We're like 2 people watch
Dude,
this.
nobody's gonna watch. No,
Nobody's gonna watch this.
I told a crazy story earlier.
Yeah.
Don't even
Oh,
worry, dude.
Yeah, I've told dark secrets I've not told anyone on this pod.
Only the podcast
Spill it,
knows.
Ben.
Spill.
What was going on that island?
What the fuck was this set?
What was going on that island with Epstein?
Oh,
I'm not accusing him of being there, but like
he
being in
knows. He
Hollywood,
knows some guys.
He knows a guy who knows a guy, probably.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
Armageddon.
So they put together a Suicide Squad.
No, Suicide Squad. They're all coming back.
They're all coming back, but it's like put together in this. It hits every single, and that's what I love about this movie. It just hits every single motif and cliche of an action movie. The putting together the team,
I gotta put together my guys.
my guy, and it's like this rap, like this.
We call him Horn because he's horny. Oh my god.
It's you got Michael Clark Duncan, love him. He's a goat.
He's the
R.I.P.
strong one.
He's the big guy, big buff guy. You know, big
Bear.
brick wall.
Bear is his name.
Baird, I think.
Bear. It's not just Bear.
I thought it was Baird.
Okay, I don't know.
You got fat guy, and I hate to just say fat guy, but like that's how he's
He got.
characterized.
He had a tattoo.
That's fair. My bad. But
You
he
got
does just
Steve
eat a lot.
Buscemi, who's horny,
Pedophile.
horny one.
Horny pedophile.
Yeah, when he gets questioned by the FBI, he's like, "How
This-
old are you?"
this
To the girl
movie's-
he's talking to.
So creepy. This movie's so creepy. We'll get into that
A
in
creepy Michael
second,
Bay
though.
movie? I don't believe it.
You have Ben Affleck who's dating the boss's daughter.
AJ.
AJ. Ben Affleck in the most like not phoned in perform. What do you say phoned in?
I don't know
feel
that
like
it's
he's
even.
having fun with it, but he's like, it feels like he's like hitting it with like looking down upon it the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like he's hitting it with like
Ben Affleck has an Oscar. Like he
Yeah.
isn't writing Oscar. You know,
Yeah.
like
he's just the whole time it feels like he has a smirk on his face, not
Oh,
like in character, but just
100%.
towards this film.
the whole movie.
And
He
it's-
knows what movie he's in.
And especially during the like Attenborough sequence, which is just crazy, just writing and.
I would say not even the creepiest scene in the movie
It's
though.
not even creepy. It's just like so fucking off because it's supposed to be like a tender moment between lovers who have been together for 5 months or whatever, right? And it feels so stilted.
Do you want to explain a little bit more what that scene is?
The animal cracker scene.
The infamous animal cracker scene.
It's at dusk, right? They're against a truck, and there's this beautiful
Oh, it's
golden hour light.
Yeah,
on
golden
them.
hour as fuck.
And
It's the
Ben
last day before
has
Ben
his
Affleck goes to space.
animal crackers. He's like, I don't know if it's a cracker or a cookie, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
can you eat cheese
He's
with it?
doing
Can
some.
cook it?
He's doing some Seinfeld's
Yeah.
shtick.
And then he does an Attenborough impression and plays with the animal crackers like on her body, going towards her boobs and vagina, in like a seducing way. I think it's trying to be seducing. It's so.
And then he
off.
says, "Do you think there's anybody else on the planet doing this?" Like, no,
Oh my
no.
God.
Do you know why nobody else is doing this? Because
It's
only
corny.
children eat animal crackers as well. Like,
I don't even know
I don't
if I'd
know.
say that's like a middle school relationship thing. Like, I don't know what that is.
That's
something
that's
that only
Michael Bay
exists in
did
a
that.
Michael Bay movie, you know?
Yeah.
That's what feels so off about it. It's the most inorganic thing.
Do you know what I think the worst, or not worst, but just like the strangest part of this movie is? When the crew was trying to convince Bruce Willis that it's okay that Ben Affleck's dating the daughter, and they're like, "We all raised her, we all know," and then they're like, in that same scene, they're all like, "And now she's so fucking hot."
Half of them are
It's
like saying how hot she is, but it's like, well, basically,
but we fucking raised her.
It's like we're all her daddy's here.
Yeah.
Dude,
You can't have both. You can't say both.
It's Steve Buscemi. There's a scene that implies he like assaulted her, right, as a teenager, because he's like, yeah, I helped her with her first period.
Oh yeah.
It's so creepy.
Oh yeah.
It's so creepy. And Bruce doesn't respond to that at all. He's actively going around with a shotgun trying to
On
kill
an oil rig at the beginning of the movie.
shooting rig equipment.
Yeah.
Trying to kill this guy, this legal adult,
Also,
dating his legal adult daughter.
Who you have trapped on this oil rig. You've trapped this woman on an oil rig with a whole bunch of guys. Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
The writing for Bruce is so crazy because he's trying to kill this guy who's the same age as his daughter, dating his daughter.
Yeah.
And then Steve Buscemi in that same scene is like, yeah, I fucking, was doing whatever with you.
When she was like 11.
Yeah, a super inappropriate act with his daughter. And Bruce looks over at him. And it's basically like, Steve.
Oh, you're the horny one though, so it's
like,
okay.
Oh, we'll talk about this later type of thing. It's like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to take this?
I don't know, but those are the moments that I found the most enjoyable of this movie. Just these like insane.
It's kind of obnoxious.
Well, he's got space dementia.
Just a character whose whole sole purpose is to fuck shit up. He is not
Literally
beneficial once in the film.
He's also the smartest person in the entire world.
He has like 7 degrees.
I've got 7 PhDs. For some reason, this movie insisted he's super smart, and then they were like, "Wait, we have to nerf him. Like he can't solve the problem at the end."
Just insane.
How do we nerf him? Oh, it's space dementia. Like when divers go underwater, they get compression. Like that's a thing. But I don't think that happens in the same way in space.
He's just like a wildly irresponsible character throughout who just fucks everything up.
And everyone.
He goes to prison at one point, for
why does he?
Fight
Oh
at the
yeah,
strip
right.
Club.
Yeah.
Takes out a loan on his life,
Yeah.
Blows it all at a strip club.
I mean, if you had one day left to live.
I do like looking at his character, all the stuff he does as like, if he goes to Earth anyways, he's gonna die. He's just made radically bad decisions.
But
so
I feel like he would have been able to get that money back.
Yeah, that's the thing. It like falls apart on.
Do you want to talk about their conditions for going to do the?
That was kind of
the
fun.
comment.
That was kind of
the
fun.
comment. Yeah, it was kind of fun.
They're like, and they don't want to pay taxes.
Yeah, ever.
That's like okay.
That's the thing.
Be oil workers.
You blue collar boys. I ain't paying
cheap.
taxes.
Who killed JFK? That was some fun character writing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed some of the crew's dynamics. Like sometimes it was like, oh, you boys, you blue collar boys.
God, I hated when they were in they're getting their medical tests.
Oh yeah.
I was like, are you 12? Like, not even 12. Are you like 8?
How
like,
do you operate an oil rig? How are you supposed to save the world, guys?
yeah, you're doomed. The
You're
world is doomed.
Can't even sit still for medical. He's getting up stripping.
Yeah. You call this fat?
I did enjoy like the psychological evaluation. That was a pretty funny scene.
Yeah, that was a funny
Just
scene.
Seeing all their reactions to it. It's such a Michael Bay scene, right? And that's fucking Udo Kier in that scene too.
That was Udo Kier.
That's Udo Kier.
Udo Kier is in every movie.
I love that guy. But like that's such a Michael Bay, right?
Do you love Udo Kier? Are you going on the record saying that again?
Is he bad?
No, but just like I think you famously hated the 2 Udo Kier movies we watched.
A movie a guy's in and not hate him as an actor. He always just gives such a like good disconcerting performance that like
yeah, it's
you
true.
off.
Yeah,
And so many Lars films and Cronenberg.
Suspiria.
Yeah, he's just like an uncomfortable presence.
Yeah, still alive. We should get him on the pod.
But this scene is such a Michael Bay scene. It's so quick cut, has a bunch of different characters reacting to the same thing, and it has a government agency like questioning, thing. And
That's
it's just like
Transformers as well. Like
it's paralleling like the absurdity against that formality, and it works a lot of the time. I genuinely think that's some of the funnier scenes in Transformers.
I agree.
When that guy is like under federal testing and he's like,
I ate the whole plate.
I ate the whole plate.
I love that scene.
He immediately breaks under pressure.
Yeah.
Like, she's guilty. She's guilty.
Sure, I pirated a few hundred songs. Who hasn't? Who hasn't?
A genuinely funny scene, and a lot of that's like to the performer's credit.
Yeah.
Like the actor there, but
there's no actor without a great director.
Exactly. So there's like this movie's comedy is so hit and miss. A lot of time it was just like a.
Has Michael Bay ever done a movie not like this? Like,
Ambulance is kind of not that like it doesn't have this kind of humor style. You can't say it has this humor style.
Yeah, but that's a nauseating movie.
But doesn't have this like raunchy style.
But like he doesn't have any like how did Michael Bay start? Like,
so I was reading an article on the Criterion channel because there's usually linked articles under the Criterion page.
Yeah.
And there I found one thing for Armageddon, like just basically tracking his progression into a filmmaker, and it was written by his like film school professor. And she was like praising the shit out of him. She was like, this kid came to my desk, right, 18 years old, and he had all these photographies, and he had such an eye just for like movement and kineticism.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
like
his
he's
talents and his photos, and like it just had such a strong grasp on narrative storytelling, which I'd say is not something that comes through in his movies a lot.
Yeah,
there's still some really strong elements. It's just like individually, there's so many things I can appreciate about his films. I will say that. He's a very talented action filmmaker. I think the Transformers series have some insane set pieces.
I agree.
That are so well done. This movie, it's so absurd. It's fun in a lot of ways.
This movie's long too, though.
Oh, way too long. But another thing, this is not like a credit to Michael Bay, probably more like the cinematographer, but this movie has fucking gorgeous lighting.
Yeah.
Gorgeous lighting, man. Just it's like maximalism with the light.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
Yeah, and also insane camera movement. Like, the camera is never still. I agree that it doesn't totally work. It makes you tired as an audience because it doesn't stop.
If it was more motivated, like I don't mind how quick it is. It just doesn't feel motivated to me.
I agree.
Like if each scene was built where it's like this camera movement kind of means this thing and it has this mood. Instead, it's just like we are doing this because it needs to be fast.
Exactly. Yeah, like
Michael
every
Bay has
boardroom
this
scene,
need for
right? Where it's
speed.
like they have these things where it's like it like zooms right into their face, like boom. Yeah, exactly. Like it has to because it's like everything has to be interesting. Everything has to be fast. We can't let the audience
It's
like.
all about kineticism.
But also, you can't let the audience stop and think about what's going on for even a second. Otherwise, the whole movie falls apart.
But I don't inherently hate what take a scene from this film, right? Any scene and just look at the camera movement. I don't hate what it is, and I think it could work if it's just more motivated. And maybe like saying motivated anything for a movie like this is like kind of asking for a lot, but I don't know. Movies can be more.
Yeah, because maybe right as you motivate it, like you lose.
Think about it too much.
Yeah, exactly.
But the lighting here is. I love the lighting. There's so many lighting setups where I was like, that's just such a pretty bit of lighting, right? So many like rims, with like a light on one side, softer light on the other, and like a shadow across.
And there's
the
some
middle.
Very nice close-ups as well. There's some really cool
really
like
nice.
eyes,
like the like you get so much texture on their faces because everyone's sweaty. It's intense. It's so atmospheric. So you get all these like defining shadows. Each face is so well defined. You see all the stress wrinkles and all the like sweat. It's really like formally so well done.
Great shout out to the makeup teams because they killed it, and even with the Russian guy at the end, like he looks very like distressed, and that goes to just the look of the actor as well. He always looks like that.
They also layer the lighting so much, right? It's not just the lighting on the face, right? You have in the background so many like lights on the control panels and things.
Also an incredibly colorful movie, right?
Yeah.
Like so much orange and blue and green, like it's all in there.
Panels, like there's like this shot where they're putting together the team, and it's like this really, it's trying to be touching between the father and daughter, but like that relationship's completely flat.
Yeah.
But like they have this really nice green lighting on the daughter, which I'm like, damn, if the writing was working here, this would be sick because the lighting feels motivated. It feels like a lighting setup that is building and layering upon the script.
Yeah.
But the script is just.
And the problem is that
she sucks so bad.
Liv Tyler.
The girl, yeah, she sucks so bad in this.
Yeah, I don't even blame her. Like it's
No, don't blame anyone in a Michael Bay movie for sucking, but
yeah,
damn, it's rough.
yeah, no, she is not great.
No, Daddy, no, that's my daddy.
It didn't remind you exactly of Interstellar. Make him stay, Murph. Make him stay. It's the exact same.
This movie is on.
This movie is Interstellar.
Fuck.
Interstellar's not in the collection. This movie is
about that.
Armageddon and Interstellar. Yeah.
Level.
I would love if we had a sci-fi genre class.
That would be so much fun.
Do a comparison to Armageddon to Interstellar.
That would actually be really fun. Like
it'd be great. The evolution of sci-fi through.
Yeah, and just like comparing the film stylistically and substance level.
Yeah, because I feel sci-fi has always been pretty consistently commentary.
Yeah.
I wonder. I mean, now there obviously still is, but it feels like a lot of the sci-fi we get is much more brain rot. Star Wars 9, like
Rebel Moon.
Yeah, you watched Rebel Moon Part 2. Speaking of terrible movies,
terrible. Have you seen it?
No, I watched Rebel Moon. I watched the first 20 minutes of Rebel Moon Part 1 and was like, "What am I doing?"
The Fire Child.
Is that what that one's called?
Yeah.
And then it's Part 2, The Scar Giver.
Scar Giver. It's so badass.
Oh man, Zack Snyder. Who's better, Zack Snyder or Michael Bay?
Only one made Rebel Moon as Zack Snyder, so there's my answer.
So Michael Bay's better.
No, I didn't say that.
Only one made Transformers.
Don't make me choose between my children.
I think
Rebel Moon's lit.
I would watch a Zack Snyder Transformers movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You think fucking Optimus Prime?
That would be kind of awesome.
Prime is comic inaccurate or whatever.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's one would be like, in my movies, in my Transformers
he kills.
movies,
He
Optimus
just kills
Prime
from the start.
Can get sexually assaulted.
Oh.
Because that's what he famously said about Batman, right?
Did he?
Yeah, you don't know that?
No.
He's like, yeah, if I ever made a Batman movie, like in my Batman film, you know, he goes to that prison in Tibetan or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that place is called? Tibet. He's like, in my movie, Batman could get prison raped there. It's like, Zach, what are you even saying?
Why?
This is an Xbox game lobby in 2007. Yeah. Like, what are we saying? You're just saying shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
That gave me such a distaste of him as a filmmaker. I genuinely think he's like one of the most overrated filmmakers ever.
Well, his fan base is so insane. It's
insane.
Hard with that fan base. It's hard not to be overrated.
I just think
that's not even me. I don't like Zack Snyder either.
I think he just has very little to offer. Because what are considered?
I think he's got to be great at pitching movies.
What are his good films considered?
The Dawn of the Dead remake.
Never saw.
I also didn't see.
The new one, the casino one.
No. He made one in like 2006 or something.
300, I've heard is okay.
Also haven't seen.
Don't say Watchmen because Watchmen's ass.
No, I don't like Watchmen.
Yeah.
He's good at recreating panels. He'd be a good storyboard artist. I don't know. He's like, I don't think he's a good cinematographer. Like I hated the depth of field in Army of the Dead is insane. That movie is completely out of focus.
He seems like a sick dude, but as an artist,
what is he offering?
He's like an edgy middle schooler.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Rebel Moon is like laughably bad. Not even laughably bad, just
sad.
Sad because it's like, how can so much money and many people do this?
The idea is like, oh well, Star Wars is based on a Kurosawa movie. What if I based my science fiction movie on a Kurosawa movie?
It's just rotten from the core is how to describe those movies. Just nothing really worthwhile at all.
Yeah.
And just the whole Snyder Cut phenomenon is just disgusting. Because if it's true that there is a genuine artistic cut of that film somewhere and it's being held in a vault for hype,
well, it's not an. Well, they have confirmed that. There will be a extended edition of both Part 1 and Part 2. And it doesn't make any sense in the case of these movies.
Marketing, it's advertising, it's not artistic.
Well, you get to sell your movie twice, right?
It's DLC for filmmaking. It's
Well, when it becomes about like getting people to continue subscribing, right, to your thing, it's not even about getting them to go to the theater. Like, it's just like subscribe once and hopefully forget that they subscribed for a couple months and then subscribe again. It's like it's a crazy model.
I don't like it.
Also, I don't know. I was talking with my friends about how streamers have become like or I forget what the word is, but when a company owns like the means of production and selling something like that, that
Monopoly?
should not happen. Maybe it's a monopoly. I think it's a different word, but yeah, when it's but with Disney, like they make movies and now they also like sell their movies on their own thing. Like they own the entire
The whole field.
the whole thing. Like that probably shouldn't happen.
Bang.
We should probably stop that because that used to happen with movie theaters, right? Like production companies owned movie theaters, and we decided
Just
that wasn't
stifle
cool.
Creative.
But now it's cool again for some reason.
Because it's Disney. I hate Disney.
But it's not just Disney; it's everybody. Like,
but Disney
Paramount
is
Plus.
the biggest version of it, so it's the worst. And
okay,
in my opinion, it's just the biggest one that is consuming all the other ones. So it's the worst, the worst of the poisons, in my opinion. And the worst thing about it is it has such a positive brand image for the most part with most people.
I think it's losing that a little bit though.
I hope so, because for most people it made their favorite films, right? It made like Lion King. It made all the Pixar ones. It owns Star Wars now.
But
people will eventually just
they're
assume
oversaturating all their own brands.
They
like
are.
making their own live action remakes, a million sequels to each of these movies. Like there's a
Do people
live
get
action.
sick of that, though?
There's a live action
Does
like
general
Lion
audience-
King.
Yeah, Mufasa.
Like
A Lion King
that's
story.
Barry Jenkins as well. That's the director of Moonlight. Like that's an auteur. Like I don't know how.
Fucking hell.
Why are you making this movie?
The paycheck, though.
It's got to be so
say
fat. No, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah. We say all these things and we'd be part of the problem. If
I have
we
no
just could.
integrity. I'll criticize and then I'll do the thing I'm criticizing.
I'd like to.
Would
think
you
I
say no to a Marvel movie?
can- No.
Yeah.
Eh,
No, you wouldn't.
depends on where I am career-wise. If I'm at a place
You're
where I'm
right
getting-
here.
If I'm right here, yeah, I'm taking that. Yeah, I'm taking that. But if I'm at a place where I'm like genuinely, like realistically, if I'm at a place where I'm getting Marvel movie offers,
But what if you're like, you're at a place where you're getting Marvel movie offers, but you're not getting any other offers. Like you have this great idea, you're like, man, I just need some money. I need somebody to believe in me. And Marvel comes knocking on your door and they're like, hey, we'll give
that's
you
tough.
a
Because
$1 billion to make this
I
movie.
just do that, and then that's me, my wife, my kids, my family, just set for life, and I'm able to do what I want.
That's probably more than that, even. Like
that's me
you're
able to.
multiple generations.
That's me able to be creative. That's me able to like uplift my whole family,
Mhm.
as much as I want. Damn.
And potentially make the movies that you want to.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, we've talked about it on there's no good Marvel, like, what Marvel director has made a good movie post-Marvel? Like, nobody.
Ah, shit, boy. Did Jojo Rabbit come out after Ragnarok?
Yes, I think so.
I
But
think
then he
it
went
was-
back to Marvel. Like, he's
Yeah.
not...
He's so lost in the sauce.
yeah.
We lost Taika.
We lost Taika.
He
I
was
think,
fucking
but
good.
other than JoJo, I don't think there's any. And there's so many Marvel
What's
movies.
Peyton Reed doing?
Peyton Reed. Cool,
What's,
Peyton Reed.
What's
Maybe.
Man, name 5 Marvel directors challenge. Impossible.
Yeah, John Watts.
John Watts or Mark Webb. It's not Marvel.
Mark Webb. Yeah.
The guy directed Amazing Spider-Man.
I don't think I can't think of anything he's done. Even Chloe Zhao, like she hasn't made a movie since Eternals.
It's like they just are part of the machine now.
Who else has made Marvel? Ryan Coogler, has he done anything since Black Panther?
There's an alternate universe where Edgar Wright got pulled in that pipeline.
Yeah, although Edgar Wright's, I'm still waiting.
Was Soho not good?
I
didn't see
haven't
it.
seen Soho.
Yeah.
I've heard like it was
I heard
okay.
mixed, pretty
Yeah,
mixed things.
which is disappointing for him.
Who else has worked for Marvel? We got Russo's, but they've always
Yeah, they've always. But I like they did
Jon Favreau.
He made Chef.
You
Chef's
seen Shift?
the most like. It's similar to Armageddon. It's like, yeah, fuck yeah, white guy.
Fuck you, white. Salt of the earth, baby.
Yeah.
Relatable.
What other director? Joss Whedon, he's
Joss
dead. He's
Whedon.
gone.
I watched. I think it was Joss Whedon who wrote Alien Cubed.
Yeah,
So shout the fuck out.
yeah. He's made some bangers.
Banger alert.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. In the end, I don't know if I'd be better. I don't think I would be.
That's the thing where it's like it seems
that
like you
would
would
be-
be, but nobody has. Like
'Cause that would be
who directed
all
Captain Marvel? You
it's
know,
like- I've been going so deep on Cormac McCarthy lately, and a big theme of all his books are about like a man's principles and a man's like ideals. How much
Mhm.
can those really be held onto when faced with just reality and the real conditions of this world? And that's what I'm thinking about now. I can have all these ideals about art and what Disney's doing to this cinema, to this art form I love so deeply,
Mhm.
but then the real world comes a knocking, and that would be like so many goals of mine like that
yeah,
envisioned. So much suffering alleviated.
yeah.
Ugh.
It's like a cheat code, except it doesn't.
And
Maybe doesn't work.
the only thing you'd be skimping on is like your clout and your ideals.
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
contributing to larger issues, but that's so like esoteric and abstract to like
Yeah.
grasp.
Yeah,
Like, what's the actual consequences that you're gonna see immediately? That's 50 years you're gonna see that.
James Gunn is kind of lost.
He's running DC. Like, fuck. I have a bad feeling that's just gonna be like they're gonna reboot it, try to do it, and it's
They're
just gonna
starting at the worst possible
It's gonna
time.
suck.
What do you do?
ass.
Like,
Can you imagine it
look
all
at-
comes out and it sucks ass.
You remember the Flash?
God, that was bad. That's not part of it though. That's like
No,
the
but just
last-
remember all the hype that was like built. Like,
There was
like
hype
they
for that?
no, they were trying so hard, right? They were like James Gunn was like, it's the fucking best movie ever. They got like Tom Cruise to watch it, and he was like, that was best
Yeah,
movie.
who else did they get? They got, like-
Stephen King.
Yeah, Stephen King. They're getting anyone they can. I'm not saying
Stephen
Stephen
King.
King's no one, but like it's like who can we get? Who can we pay? You know, who
Stephen
has
King
enough
famously terrible movie opinions. Like
He does.
hates The
terrible.
Shining. I just watched the only movie Stephen King's directed, Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I remember watching a nostalgia credit video on that.
I loved that movie.
It's
It reminded me a lot of Repo Man, but without the like the themes of Repo Man.
Okay.
It's just like cocaine, the movie. A lot of
Stephen-
cars crashing into each other. The plot is a comet flies over Earth and like all technology becomes sentient and starts killing everybody.
That's lit.
Incredible premise.
Stephen King's one of those authors who I'd love to get a grasp on and actually like evaluate how good of a writer he is, because he's one of those ones where his name and brand is so much.
I've read a few Stephen King books.
I've liked what I've read.
They're
too,
good, like,
but I just feel like
consistently
just
pretty
gets
quality.
So samey and so repetitive. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's it's like a lot of writers and also Stephen King is so prolific. It's
Yeah,
like if
which
I pick
is-
up a Stephen King book, I know what I'm getting.
So impressive.
It's set in Maine. It's about some middle-aged guy. Like,
or teenagers.
yeah, exactly. Like
It's about some monster or demon or
supernatural force,
threat that is like a representation of repressed psychological issues or
Yeah.
domestic abuse.
and maybe even Stephen King doesn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well, like for The Shining.
Shining, I'd say, is a good book.
I haven't read The Shining.
Straight up good.
Okay.
I don't think it's amazing. And like, of course, I'm like tarnished because I've seen the film first, and the film is like genuinely like a work of art. you know?
Kubrick, man.
Kubrick was just, that boy must have been autistic. I don't know. I look at all the greats of art, how they're just so good at what they do.
Kubrick is also insane because he did every genre
Yeah,
perfectly.
no, that
Like,
fucking asshole. That
like,
fucking dick.
you can't
Sci-fi,
nail him down.
boom.
Sci-fi, best sci-fi movie of all time.
Yeah.
Horror, best horror movie of all
Like
time.
the staple.
Yeah,
War,
exact-
Best war.
Best war movie of all time. Even like satire, best satire movie, right? Like
Fucking Strangelove's
historical epic.
2 best war movies of all time. By
Yeah.
the way.
He did a political drama, like,
yeah.
and they're all
Damn,
incredible.
Kubrick, what would
Yeah,
you
Barry
classify,
Lyndon?
Eyes Wide Shut as like psychological thriller.
It's like a sex movie. Like I don't know, like
yeah,
it's
How can he do sex well too?
Yeah.
You think that's like the one thing he couldn't do? He
yeah.
couldn't do-
Come on, I at least need that
Yeah,
on you.
At least you're a virgin who can't like nail that well enough. You can't make a sexy movie. He made the sexiest movie.
Yeah.
ever. Like fuck off.
Kubrick, man,
Fuck
goated, goated from beginning to end.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
Lolita, I think sucks ass. So.
I haven't seen Lolita.
But
I don't care to.
No, I don't think.
I can't believe they made a movie of Lolita.
It's just It's just weird.
I like Peter Sellers.
I do too.
He's a good guy.
Good guy. He's Strangelove, right?
Yeah. He's Strangelove and the other couple guys in that movie.
Did you cry when Bruce Willis died?
Oh yeah, Bruce Willis died
Spoilers.
in this movie. I was surprised Bruce Willis wasn't the one with space dementia.
Oh,
topical.
That's insensitive. Cut that out. I'm surprised Michael Clark Duncan didn't die.
Did he not die?
He's dead in real life.
Yeah, but did he not die in this movie?
He miraculously survived it.
God, the
space
scene.
crash.
God, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay, there's like
which oh my God scene is this?
the first one that inspired the second one was Ben Affleck doing the jump with the space pod. The space pod. He does the jump and then the crash.
Oh man, I thought Russian Boy was gonna die there. I thought he was gonna like.
I'm going to die a hero.
I thought he was gonna be pushing them down. And gonna get hit with some debris, and you're just going to see.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past. I'm so surprised the Russian survived.
I like the Russian. He was like my
I liked him
character.
Too. He's great.
Don't touch my uncle.
He's in Fargo as well with
yeah,
Steve Buscemi. He's the other hitman.
He's a really fun character actor.
Yeah, he's great.
And in this movie, he's playing such a character. He's just playing a crazy Russian stereotype, like isolated man, the most isolated man in the world.
He's been isolated for 18 months. They say that he's been alone for 18 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that man would just be insane.
And he's just
like
chilling up there.
Yeah, he's fine.
In the most like decrepit space station that like falls apart and blows up.
Yeah, it immediately blows up.
Is it because I kind of spaced out during this scene, but it is spaced out. But is it because Ben Affleck just breaks a lever or something?
Well, it's a little more complicated than that, where there's like they're doing the refueling, but there's a leak somewhere.
Yeah.
And so there's a leak, and the pressure is going up. That doesn't make any sense already. Already we have a problem. So the pressure's getting too high, and whatever, the Russian guy tells Ben Affleck, "You pull the lever," and Ben Affleck pulls the lever and it breaks, and Ben Affleck, instead of telling anybody, he's just like down there. He's like, "Oh, the lever here." You mean this lever?
So fucking epic.
And then the Russian guy has to fix everything. But luckily, they refueled both the ships 90%, even though they were both there for like 10 minutes.
In time. Russian guy and Ben Affleck just make it out alive. They become a duo for the rest of the film.
Unbelievable duo. For some reason, the Russian guy like falls in love with Ben Affleck, even though he fucked everything up for him.
Yeah, they're buddies.
Yeah.
I love the Russian guy, though.
I like the Russian guy a lot, too. Yeah.
I just like the actor mostly. Just crazy. It goes to show how like awful Steve Buscemi's character is, because I love Steve Buscemi. He was in Sopranos. That's clout for life.
I like Steve Buscemi in this movie.
I love
fucking every time he came on, I was like, "Oh, it's the horny guy."
I just hated that character.
I know his character.
Man.
He's horny.
Like, his first few beats of the film were being like, "I might have sexually assaulted your daughter."
I think I glazed over that.
And I was like, "Ew, Michael. Michael, why is everyone chill with this? This is so weirdly.
They're just dudes being dudes."
It's so weirdly pedophilic. It just gave the worst taste in my mouth. I hated that character. And why is this a recurring theme in Michael Bay's films? The Romeo and Juliet shit in Transformers 4.
Did he direct Transformers 4 though? Was that him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. He did all 5 of them.
He did. Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he does have a bit of a. Was he
Jeff.
Was he on that island ever? On those flight logs?
Ben, tell us. I'm not saying you were there. I'm just saying you're guy who knows a guy.
If you remain silent, you will know the answer is yes.
Ben, tweet us.
Tweet us.
Tweet us. X us.
X us.
What else is going on?
Instagram threads us.
Here, hit us with some positives of this film. It can throw together a good set piece. Like that scene where Ben Affleck has to blow up the nuke before, while they're all trying to escape, and gets thrown. There's only a minute left. Like the intercutting is great for like just building suspense. I was like, oh shit, is he gonna make it?
I don't remember what scene you're even talking about.
Right before he dies, or like he's blowing up the nuke.
Oh yeah.
Like this scene has effective intercutting. Like for
I
building
agree.
suspense.
I don't agree in that scene.
No, I thought that scene was well built. I think they have well built scenes. It's just
I didn't feel the tension of them getting away. I felt the tension, I guess, more of Bruce Willis trying to hit the thing.
Yeah,
like I don't give a shit if like the spaceship gets away.
I'm not
like,
invested in any of the characters.
Yeah,
but literally just like the editing and the formalism of like how it's constructed. If you cared about the characters, that would be a heart racing scene.
Yeah,
which is like
it's so funny. Like all the criticism comes down to like the writing of the movie, but it's like if the movie was written any other way, like none of it would come together. Like,
would this film be cohesive at all if the characters were like you could care about them and get invested? I think it'd still work. If you had well-written characters, or would it lose so much of the schlock?
Yeah, it would lose so much of the schlock, and also, if there was like a more well-written draft, they would just throw it away because it doesn't make any sense.
Why are we even doing this?
Yeah, like. How did this movie even get like? What?
Michael Bay's half-assed attempts at sentimentalism always get me. Like Chicks, his buddy.
Yeah.
Has like a kid.
Yeah.
And a wife,
Will Patton.
He's abandoned.
He's abandoned, and then he comes back, and he's like, "You can't fucking be here."
Yeah.
Tell him I gave him the spaceship.
Don't tell him who it's from.
Don't tell him who it's from.
Just give it to him. And then they're at the
he has 1,000 of these tiny.
We love you. Were you crying? I was crying.
Oh, I couldn't see. I was sobbing.
What happened at the end?
He's dead, but Bruce Willis is dead.
But they're gonna get
Billy
married.
Bob, but they're not gonna pay taxes.
I kind of loved Billy Bob's character.
Did you love at the end the co-wedding / funeral?
With all 4 of the like pictures up, and it's like it's Bruce Willis.
I watched it with my brother, and he's like, "Is there a casket there?" Like, like what would even be in a casket?
Looking at the characters, and it's Bruce Willis, it's Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson is.
Owen Wilson, yeah, I forgot he's in this movie.
The big guy and the Russian guy, or not the Russian.
The Russian survived.
The mob guy. You remember him?
Not Steve Buscemi.
There's a mob guy. There's another side character who's a mob guy who has like no dialogue.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember he kept showing up, and I was just like, "Who are you?" The Irish guy, right? Like he was Irish or something. Yeah.
He just rounded out the gang just to be like, "You're bringing a mob guy onto the crew."
What?
It's so silly. It's such dead weight. This is why this movie's 2.5 hours long.
I checked the runtime. Like I was like, we gotta be close to the end, and we were 45 minutes into the movie.
Oof.
Because it's so fast. Like it's not even fast. The whole thing, like it's dragged out, but it's like
it's so quick. It's like exhausting.
It's so weird. Like I don't even know.
It's so much move. It's so dense.
It's like you're on a stationary bike, but you need to go like 10 kilometers. But you're on a stationary bike, so you're going as hard as you can, but you're not making any progress.
Exactly. It's so much momentum, but
you're
on a stationary bike.
Yeah, like.
Because this movie's kind of dense because it's just so many rapid fire scenes and shots and musical stings.
Yeah.
So much all at once.
It's tiring.
It is exhausting. It's
I watched it all in one go though.
Me too, but I was like properly invested.
I was too. I didn't have my phone or anything. Yeah. I was watching with my brother too, so joking around.
I did enjoy like the bits on Earth more than the space bits, I think.
Oh yeah.
I just enjoyed like the gang fucking around, just how fucking dumb it was.
You know something that annoyed me? This is a small nitpick. It's like in comparison to the rest of this movie making no sense. It's just like a small thing that bothered me. You know when they're like on the spaceship and they have the headrests, and the headrests are like the perfect size of their head, but they're like shaking around like this, and they're going like 6 Gs. It's like if that was real and their headrests were that big, their neck would like snap. They would go back. And I was like, they needed to like widen the headrest or like give them sides so their head isn't shaking around.
How did you feel about the
that bothered me so much.
Of the astronauts.
Oh my god. Okay, you got to talk about not just like the costumes, but the reason why they're wearing those suits. They got these fucking anti-gravity suits. It's so you don't fly away.
Thrust you down.
Luckily, there's also gravity on this on the Russian space station.
Yeah,
nothing's floating.
On the planet itself, nothing.
Fucking Michael Bay is too lazy to like make anything float. Yeah, he's like, nah, fucking gravity.
Kubrick did it, Michael.
Yeah. Fucking the moon landing.
Oh, I forgot to say with Michael, he did commercials before he was a filmmaker, which explains a lot of
that makes a lot of sense.
Just the camera movements.
A 2-minute Michael Bay commercial would be like the best commercial ever, probably.
Yeah. Makes sense where he started, how he's developed.
He never lost the pace of commercials.
Man.
He's like, we gotta go as fast as we can.
Commercials are the highest form of art.
We gotta keep people's attention. We gotta keep their attention.
Transformers are effectively commercials for cars.
Yeah.
So many shots of that are just fucking.
I feel like there's got to be a lot of product placement in Armageddon, and I can't think.
God, I remember one specific one.
Do they drink like Pepsi a lot or something?
Yeah,
Like,
there's something like that. They're drinking something.
yeah.
Maybe a
Shows
beer.
how effective it was. I don't remember.
Product placement works.
Yeah. Fuck, what was that?
It was a beverage of some sort.
There's some terrible product placement in The Fall Guy. There's like,
You
they
didn't like
make.
that film?
I didn't love it. They make specific reference to being like, because it's all set on a film set. And they're like, oh, be careful with these cars. They're the product placement cars. And then they give like the beauty shots of the GMC trucks. And it's like, you just because you said it was product placement, I don't know, that doesn't make it okay. But
Pretty cringe. People love
I'm
that
not-
movie, though. Are you going to come out and say it's not good?
yeah, it's like,
A lot of our close friends say it's great.
yeah, fuck them. No. They're entitled to their opinion. It's just, it's one of those movies like Armageddon that when you think about for more than a second, it doesn't make any sense.
Are movies, you think, now being engineered and designed to be like literally meme movies that are like pop off in the meme sphere? 'Cause this feels
Yeah, like,
engineered 'cause it
I
feels
don't-
so self-aware of what Ryan Gosling is to the internet from just advertising. I haven't seen it, but
that's true, but I haven't seen a movie that's been able to engineer a meme that like really sticks, other than like Barbenheimer.
I feel like this one is.
But what's the like meme of it? Like,
That's
just Ryan Gosling?
He's badass, and men are like, that's literally me. That's it,
I
man.
guess so, but it's like, but could you do that with any? Like, could you say that about any Ryan Gosling movie now?
That's
like,
the thing. Is it just Ryan Gosling himself?
yeah,
you know?
he's become.
How conscious are they of this effect?
Yeah,
It feels like that's what it is.
I've heard that. I think this movie's been in like production hell for a really long time. So
Okay.
I think it's hard. Like, I think George Clooney was supposed to be in this movie at some point. Like, it's hard to pin it on.
Should have been The Rock.
This feels like it could be the Rock movie.
He's too busy doing high art.
He's doing the Smashing Machine.
That's what it's called, the Safety thing?
Yeah, have you seen the picture?
No.
Oh, I got to show you that.
Pull that up, James.
This is big news.
It's good. What are we feeling? Goated?
I want to get your live reaction.
Fuck. I'm nervous, brother.
Yeah, it's you will be shocked. It's Dwayne.
Oh, is he going full Brendan Fraser on this?
In a way. No, why can't I find it anymore? Okay, Phil, talk about Armageddon.
Fucking, they fucking blow up a fucking rock
They do it.
in space. They fucking
They
do
blow
it.
that shit.
They save
There he
the
is.
world.
That's the Rock. That
The
guy.
woman's legs?
No, the man.
Why does he look like that?
He looks white. I don't know.
Did they do something to his jaw?
His nose too, I think.
Yeah, his jaw's
And they gave him
wider.
hair.
Yeah, his jaw. Is this a biopic of sorts?
It is a biopic.
I like that The Rock doesn't look like The Rock. That's a big first step.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Don't
Rock-
you think it will be more distracting almost like
I don't know, because I just don't think you can make a compelling, genuinely artful film with Rock as the lead that, well, it had to be so reflective of what The Rock is, because The Rock
Yeah.
is so much a brand. He's not a person. He's not an actor. He is a
I even think you
brand.
could make that movie. Like the movie about somebody who's just a brand, like
Exactly. That's what
crumbling
I'm saying.
under their own weight.
You'd have to, like, be so reflective of what he is.
But this is just a biopic.
It's just a biopic, but if The Rock I've just never seen a good Rock performance. If he comes out and he
Fucking
gives
going
the-
after the Scorpion King like that.
I'm sorry. Mummy 1 goated, Mummy 2 shake. But I want to see Rock do it. I have hope.
Safety.
I mean, does Rock need more? Does he need to be a good actor too?
I
He
don't
has
know.
everything already.
I think he's losing everything though.
No, he isn't. What?
I think the public is generally turned on The Rock.
Really? What happened?
he hasn't made a good movie in a long time.
But people don't give a fuck. It's The Rock.
But but nobody's like, who saw Black Adam in theater?
Oh, it's his egos.
Yeah, like, do you remember that one
That's
Cope
a
tweet
heavy
he gave?
psychoanalysis of.
He gave this crazy Cope tweet where he was like, you know, if this was an indie movie, like,
Oh yeah.
Black Adam would be making so much money
Wait.
for indie numbers.
Wait.
Indie.
Movie.
More less money is more
I
money.
have such a fucking image of my head of him going to his computer with his big meaty fingers going.
Indie movie director.
Movie. First thing, Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gem. Good time.
He's like, softy.
I'll do it.
I need softy.
Softy.
I need softy.
Put me in movie, Benny.
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 I am actor.
I am the Rock.
I am the Rock.
You smell what I am cooking.
Oh, that's such a funny image. Just Rock at a computer, like just typing in indie art.
Breaks the computer.
Yeah. Like, I fucking hate Rock, kind of. Not, I don't hate him. I just hate what he represents. But it's the funniest Instagram post ever, where he's like saying he ripped his fence gate off. No, not.
I haven't seen that.
It's like the driveway gate. It couldn't open because the electronics were down, so he just tore it off, this metal gate. It's like probably fake, but it's the funniest imagery ever. Him just roid raging out and tearing this thing off.
My secret hope for the Smashing Machine, the new Benny Safdie film, is that it's not a actual movie, and that he's just making a behind the scenes documentary about The Rock. Exactly, yeah. That's my dream for this.
Did you hear that?
That was a perfect pronunciation.
Psychosymbiotaxiplasm.
Yeah.
Damn,
you nailed. I still can't say it.
One beer down. That's all it takes to say that.
Two more beers and you're off. The entire English language is mastered. Hopefully.
Armageddon's a great film.
Yeah, I think I gave it a.
I think it has some good practical
4
effects.
out of 10.
Good practical effects throughout. Good sets.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
god,
a weird
there's
movie.
This one awful shot in it though, of like every time the daughter's in the control
Just one?
room. Well, like there's not many shots because generally they're well constructed shots. It's just the
I think a lot of
movements.
the New York shots. I think when there's like some weird CG, like early CG stuff, it doesn't look great.
I'm talking like just classical. The shots of composition,
I see.
framing. For the most part, it's pretty solid. It's serviceable. It's just the camera movements are so much that it takes away from it. But there's this one shot of the daughter when she's in the control room looking down from like the complete really low angle. So you're seeing up through her chin and onto her face. And I have no, they're like the scenes are coded as sad and anxiety and anxious. But I'm like, what are you trying to convey with this weird ass angle? It's like,
I don't know.
I feel like in cinema language that's supposed to be like imposing, right? Looking over her domain, she's so big in the frame.
Yeah.
And it's such like a weird angle that she doesn't look right. She looks a little like weird.
Yeah,
You're not meant to see the face from that angle. It's just I don't know what they're doing with that shot.
It's a cool shot.
They repeat it a few times too.
This is a cool shot.
Stop it, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. That Michael Bay fella. So are we back? Have we circled around to the?
Does it belong in the collection?
Does it belong in the collection?
I genuinely think it does.
Yeah.
Just because through all of our discussion, it is so Michael Bay.
Yeah.
It is so 100% his vision.
And it's such a great like reflection of the times, right?
Do they have them on these old ones?
I don't know.
A continuing series of important classic and contemporary films.
It's a contemporary film that.
Well, I see more.
It's an important film. Like, I think it's like. It's that huge like, epic disaster movie that was huge in like the 2000s or the 90s. Like, you got Twister, all those Roland Emmerich movies, Michael Bay.
I think this is kind of an auteur film.
Yeah.
Because it is so 100%.
That's true.
Just Michael Bay's vision. All the characters are raunchy as fuck. The camera movements are dizzying. It's stupid. It's absurd. It's over the top. It's racist.
Yeah. Is there a name for this, like, not genre, but like movement? Because, like Roland Emmerich, like this movie made me think a lot of Independence Day.
Disaster films.
Disaster movies.
That's kind of what you'd call it.
But I wonder if there's like a name for like when a lot of these movies were being made. Like, it's
Twister.
Yeah, exactly. But just it was such a weird movement, and like there's still some of these large scale disaster movies, but they're not as popular. Yeah, Geostorm, Moonfall.
Moonfall.
Have you heard of Moonfall?
Yeah, vaguely.
Yeah.
How about
Roland Emmerich? There's some great ones. London Has Fallen. Olympus Has Fallen.
Was speaking of The Rock, San Andreas?
San Andreas, yeah. I guess these movies have been around and they'll be around forever.
They just stimulate a part of the monkey brain.
That's true.
Survival instinct.
Especially like this. It's like, I'm an oil worker. I could do this.
Salt of the earth.
I could probably save the earth. I'm probably smarter than an astronaut. I'm probably fucking smarter than an astronaut.
Those big guys with the college degrees aren't better than me.
They don't know shit about drilling.
I'm on the same level as them. They don't know how to dig a hole.
Listen, you may know how to go to space. You don't know how to dig a hole. You and me, we're not the same.
You can't be taught to dig a hole. I can be taught to go to space.
I could probably be taught to go to space in like fucking 2 weeks.
Less than
you know how long it took me to learn how to dig a hole? You know how much training?
My father did this.
His father did this.
That's like
from the day I was born on the rig.
That's like essential exposition in this film. It's so epic. We've failed to mention too so much.
Why doesn't Liv Tyler go to the moon? Like, wouldn't she be one of the expert drillers? Like, she's literally been born and raised in this. That's true. That's the reason.
So
but
much of this film is just macho, bravado, masculine energy.
You can't marry my fucking daughter.
Yeah, she's mine.
She's my property.
I own her.
I'm gonna fucking shoot you.
I'll shoot you. That scene's so crazy. He shoots him at one point. Just
the timeline of this movie is also so weird. Like
2 weeks.
Yeah, but there's a scene where like Bruce Willis is talking to Ben Affleck, and he's like, you know, when you buy a company and you have $8 million, you know, then you can, you know, sleep with my daughter. And then I swear it's like 2 scenes later, Ben Affleck is like
has his own
bought his company with his name on it and everything.
Because this film stresses just time, how little time they have.
But it's like,
Bruce
how did
Willis
he buy?
goes to
How did,
NASA,
what?
and it's assumed it's like a day at most
Yeah.
to get there. And he's like, I need my crew. Yeah, his own fucking company. Ben Affleck moves
Also,
quick.
why would him? Because he gets picked. Bruce Willis gets picked up from the oil rig.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they still be there?
Yeah.
Like,
Do they have
why?
boats?
Why did they all they spread across the world in one day? The boss leaves, everybody's gone.
Fuck off.
And they're like, what do we? Bruce Willis is gone. What do we do?
I'll go ride my bike in fucking Texas.
Okay, I guess I'll start my own company. I've got an hour. I could start my own company.
Boss has been gone for 2 minutes. Time to go fucking piss off Texas. What? Like what?
This is why we need video on the podcast. Yeah. Oh, what a film.
So much Aerosmith too.
Oh yeah, Steven Tyler did.
Asleep,
Yeah.
and I don't want to close my eyes.
Oh, this movie's rock and roll.
It's so sick.
4 out of 10.
Fucking 6 out of 10.
You gave it a 6.
Yeah, because I think it's genuinely so fun.
What ranked below this on your Critterpit ranked?
Oh, that's gonna be saucy.
That will be saucy.
That's gonna cause some. It's gonna cause some flame wars. How long have we been going? It feels like we've been going for 3 hours.
I don't know. Oh, we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes.
That's a pretty.
It's pretty. That's a yeah.
Okay.
It's a good length.
Below Armageddon. Ah, fuck! I'm gonna seem like such a dumbass.
Below
Henry V.
Henry V.
That was just pretty uninteresting, and I've explained. I mean,
Well, you'll have explained on the next step.
So stay tuned. Tokyo Drifter, I just didn't engage with it very much. For Flesh for Frankenstein, Samurai 2, which was pretty fucking boring.
Yeah.
Sid and Nancy, we all know.
I like Sid and Nancy.
We all know I didn't love that. Night to Remember, just so
Procedural.
Yeah. Solo, which once again the ranking can always change.
Yeah.
And then Blood for Dracula at the worst. So all these ones were like, I recognize I need to revisit them.
Yeah. I think Sid and Nancy can move up. I think I don't know. Solo's it's that comparing this movie to Solo
Just
is
how
what
do
are you
even
doing?
Start with that.
Yeah.
I
Henry
don't-
5, I might put Henry 5 above this one.
I just
Maybe. They're both long. They're both long
yeah,
movies.
I just think about what I got out of these films. Henry V, I got like appreciation of the start and end of the film, some parts throughout. Right. I just.
If I was smarter,
If I was smarter, man, and
if I wasn't such an oil worker.
if I wasn't salt of the fucking earth, and I look at Armageddon, and even though it's so dumb, you know, it's so much just one vision. You know, it's so much. Michael Bay set out to make this, and he succeeded in what he wanted to make. I can see he had this vision in his head, and he got it on paper. And there's so many.
And unfortunately, nobody asked. Like, I guess it is fortunate that nobody asked him. Doesn't it make no sense for?
But like, I think a film can embrace pure schlockiness. I think that is something I want films to do. You know, I want there to be room for that too. And this film embraces pure schlock.
I think I would agree with it. I do agree with that sentiment. I would agree with it for this case even more if this movie wasn't like 2 hours and 40 minutes or whatever.
Schlock can't.
You can't maintain it.
Schlock has an expiry date.
Yeah.
You need like substance to it.
Yeah, exactly. You need
that.
something.
And that's where this film falls apart. It's just the writing with all the characters. The father-daughter relationship is so boring and so poor.
I never believed that they. It's one of those relationships that I feel like they met on the day that they started filming. There's no chemistry. Like, there's like nothing between them.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm sorry, but the girl's so bad in this movie.
She's an Eric, not in Eric Bana's the Hulk, but in Edward Norton's the Hulk. Eric Bana.
And like Bruce Willis, I think is doing an okay job because he's a seasoned actor. You know, like he's not.
Is Bruce Willis wearing a wig at this point?
I feel like that was a wig.
Yeah, it didn't look right.
Before this, no.
Yeah, he had hair in Die Hard though.
Did he?
Yeah,
Man,
Die Hard
that
1.
fact.
Yeah, he had hair.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know when he lost his hair. Oh, was he bald in Pulp Fiction? No. Yeah, they make reference to Pulp Fiction, and there are 2 actors in this movie that are in Pulp Fiction.
Steve and Bill. Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
What was the reference?
They're like, have you seen? They take out the needle at the doctor.
Yeah.
They're like, you seen Pulp Fiction?
That is so meta. OMG.
Fucking, they keep referencing movies, and then they reference a movie at the end, but they're like unwilling to say what it's called because it's a fucking nerd movie. I forget what it was. I should have. They do that though. They keep referencing movies, and at the end they're like, I don't even fucking remember what this movie was called, but something like this fucking happens, and it's fucking nerd shit. Put in the comments if you remember what movie that was.
It's never a good idea for like schlocky movies or tiring long movies to reference other movies.
I think it's generally a bad idea to reference other movies.
Because it's like you're just gonna put the idea of watching that in the audience's head, and they're immediately gonna be like, I could be watching.
That's
Pulp
my
Fiction
biggest
right
problem with Babylon.
Yeah.
The end of that movie is just like, oh, I could be watching so much other things.
A movie about movies that works different for me.
The way that it's presented in Babylon is so like, God, movies are so beautiful, and wasn't this movie like so beautiful? And like, I don't know. Maybe I need to rewatch Babylon.
See it less of a like putting it on the same level, and more of just like a less cynical like just celebration of film.
Yeah.
But like, I definitely feel like Damien Chazelle was being like, guys,
guys, our fucking movie's awesome.
So like,
I wish
movies
he
are awesome, and you
know
just
he should have done at the end of Babylon. Instead of like a cinematic, like every movie, he should have just done Damien Chazelle movies. It comes from La La Land, Whiplash, First Man.
When we make our meta film love movie, our Armageddon or whatever, right? Was Armageddon like that?
It's not about film necessarily, but it's about childhood memories, right? Like it is about film. Like he goes to the movies quite a bit in
just
it.
Nostalgic.
Yeah, nostalgic movie.
It will end with like a highlight reel of all of our films. Just our films.
Oh man,
the Crow highlight reel.
That's how my Marvel movie's gonna end. He's gonna have a
villain.
Captain America. Captain America will have a dream sequence, and he'll be dreaming 315.
Or at the end of the film, it's gonna be
the post-credit scene is just the Crow,
and he's gonna hear cawing, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Spidey senses, and the ground's gonna flap down.
And then we have the 10-minute explanation of the.
Abbott is gonna be with him, and he's gonna be like, "This is my father, the crow, and you're a spider.
It's a metaphor.
We're putting together a team." Boom, mic drop.
315 guy comes wandering out. What am I doing here? What the fuck am I doing here?
Are you leaving these notes?
This note said put together team.
Wait, are you Spider-Man? Yeah, I'm Spider-Man. He turns their note around.
Wait, are you Spider-Man? Says it again.
Fine, Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah,
fucking
Rob.
Rob stumbles in.
I need a gift for my son is dead.
It's implied I killed him in a drunk driving accident, maybe.
Definitely something to do with my alcoholism.
It's really deep and like
It's a deep movie. It's actually really deep, and we intended it to be deep the whole time.
Thesis statement if you want to like read about it.
It's on Letterboxd.
It's on Letterboxd.
Except for that one guy who gave it a 1.5. It has a 5-star rating.
Nah, we're getting so meta with it.
Ah,
Who else is there? I think that's all of them. Pierce guy. Scott.
Pierce Scott.
Scott. He's the super villain.
We have to stop him.
Man, this content is so niche. This is for Graham.
Yeah.
This is for Graham.
The whole podcast for Graham.
All of Critterpit's literally just for Graham.
Yeah.
Keegan.
Graham, this is what's up. This is what I've been doing.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Armageddon 6 out of 10 would not buy. Shocked if this is still in print.
No, definitely not in print.
But
Would not buy.
Would be an iconic. If I saw it, I'd buy it. Because that'd be an iconic shelf grab. Criterion Collection, finger run along.
Armageddon.
Armageddon. Come on now.
Yeah.
Like,
I would love for a reprint, a 4K Armageddon.
we have another Michael Bay coming up, too.
We do, The Rock.
I don't think I will think that should be in the collection.
I love The Rock.
I
Okay,
haven't
genuinely
seen it,
love
and
this movie.
I loved it as a kid, but I don't know if it belongs in the collection. If it's, we'll see.
So many great theories about this movie as well.
I genuinely think Armageddon belongs in the collection. I think it's a pure tour de force of action schlock and
Yeah.
Michael Bay auteur.
It's our first Nick Cage movie as well in the collection.
I'm hyped to go on my Nick Cage love rant because I love.
Yeah, I'm a big Nick Cage fan as
genuinely
well.
think he's one of the greatest actors because he just brings an energy like no one can replicate. No one.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm very curious about The Rock. It's not near. I mean, we'll get to it obviously soon. It's not as big as this movie.
No, it's pretty contained. I
Yeah,
feel like it's just a good movie. Like one of Michael Bay's just like,
good movies.
yeah.
It's subdued for a Michael.
It's
We're
one of
gonna
those-
watch it and we're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's one of those TV movies I'd watch with my dad a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm excited to get to it. but
It's a dad movie.
Armageddon, what a 40th ep.
Legendary 40th ep.
All over the place, but that's
Yeah.
Critterpit, baby.
There'll be some editing of this app probably.
2 specific things: the start and a name drop.
Starting a name drop. Yep. Crazy
I was about
movie.
to drop the name again, just to be like, ha, you have to edit that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, what a film. All right. Is that it?
Well, critters, thank you for sticking with us for 40 eps.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without y'all.
We couldn't have. Keep subscribe. Tell your friends. In 3 years.
In 3 years to subscribe, because if we get to 100, we have to eat hot chips.
Oh yeah.
Keegan wants to do that with us too,
Okay.
and Caleb,
They need to make so many burner accounts.
and Graham.
Sure. We can all do
We're
it.
just all doing it. We're all just gonna be rolling around the room dying.
Ethan's
We need
literally
to do-
dying.
We need
Ethan.
to do something where it's like we have to like eat the hot chip and then complete a challenge or something. I think that could be really
Do a
fun.
podcast. No.
Oh yeah, we just have a podcast.
Yeah.
Coherent.
Do we have a 50 subscriber thing? Because we're not close to that, but like
We're like
that's
decent.
achievable.
Yeah, 50. We could lock something in right now.
We could. I don't know. What could we do? An insane after dark?
Could run a marathon pod. I don't know.
Just running.
Just run. We're bringing the blowing.
The wind is. Yeah, the blowing's back.
I like just started those episodes because I was like curious, like when did the intro start, like the Caleb intro, and I was going through all of it, and then I like
Dun,
just
dun,
clicked one.
dun.
Damn, it's obnoxious. The blowing is so obnoxious.
Why did that even start? Like,
Because we thought it'd be so funny to have the worst podcast etiquette ever.
yeah.
It's kind of dope because it's like kind of a, you know how nuclear waste sites have those big spikes built into it, so just in case humanity ever goes extinct, future humans won't ever go near it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like instinctively harmful and dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
That's what those are. They ward people off the blowing, so they don't see our cringy ass first steps.
Yeah, exactly. Up to 400 blows, don't even bother.
After that, like we lock in, but
we lock in.
That,
how many hours do you have to spend at something before you become a master of it?
Oh, it's like 1,000, I think. Right.
We're on episode 40. Each episode is about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We're getting close.
40 hours.
No, it's more than 40. It's
probably 50.
Probably 50, yeah.
Probably like 60, 70.
Well, no, because we've done probably like 50 eps.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yeah.
Most of the eps are like an hour and a half.
Yeah, at least an hour.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we've gone under an hour in a long time.
No. Last time we did was Kathy, but that was purposeful.
And then we've done 4-hour eps, too.
Yeah.
2 4-hour eps. Oscars.
We've done 3, plus the Oscars is 3, almost 4-hour eps.
I think next year at the Oscars, we gotta, like, get drunk.
Oh, and I think we have to get more people, too.
Yeah.
I think that...
I want to get drunk for that, because, like, doing that sober is kind of miserable.
It was so long, too.
I had the worst headache ever, because I did that, like, contracting job that day, too.
Right, yeah.
It was...
Yeah, no, we should have got more blitzed for it. I was just figuring out how to get all that working was, like, quite an endeavor.
It's just tired cast.
Like, yeah.
Oh, British people again.
It was great that we had so many people in the chat. That honestly saved it.
Dom and Graham.
Yeah, and Jake sometimes.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun to interact. I see why people stream.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah.
Now we're streaming all apps. You've heard it here first, folks.
We could. It'd be easier for me who don't have to edit anything.
Fuck, we'd have to be locked in.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We could do another stream. It wouldn't mean anything, probably. Unless we do, like, a commentary live stream.
That'd be dope.
We should do a commentary for something. We'll figure out some movie and do a commentary for it.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
We could do that one of these days, even.
Yeah.
I don't know how tough that would be to organize quickly, but...
I think it wouldn't be too bad. I think we could figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's future. Yeah. Put in the comments what you recommend for a commentary.
Also, the 40th episode of the Critterpit will be the last.
Well, we've already recorded 41, so.
I was going to make a joke. This is our Armageddon. Goodbye, critters.
Goodbye, critters.
This is a critter extinction event.
Unless we get to the asteroid in time.
Unless we get some oil drillers.
Wait, the FBI's knocking on our door. Wait a minute. What's that?
We gotta go, critters.
We gotta go. The FBI needs 2 podcasters.